the Garden City Seahawks from Augusta, a very powerful team, actually won what was called the South Carolina region. And then the Oak City Lions, I went to see them in Durham. I think they're based out of Raleigh, and they won what was the toughest division we had in football. So I'm not surprised that they're here. Everybody thought Metro Horsemen, Dalton Danger, South Carolina Bulls were the powerhouse teams, and these teams were just better. I mean, we have the best teams in the league playing in this game.
Garden City Seahawks are based out of Augusta, Georgia, just south of the South Carolina line right there. They are 9-1 on the year. Their one loss coming to the South Carolina Bulls, who was one of the favorites to be here for this championship game, and did not make it. They are only in their second year as a team, and they're a run first team is what I was told by Coach Antoine Wilson, who's the owner and head coach of the team, also a player. He said they're going to come out in the I formation, and he said it's just going to be good old-fashioned Georgia smash-mouth football. He said, they're going to base out of the 4-3 defensively, but like most people now, it's a 4-3, but it's going to be a multiple front defense because you have to adjust simply because you can't sit in one front when people do different stuff. They were able to defeat the Metro Atlanta Horsemen, another favorite to be here this evening, 14-12 last week in the semifinals.
At Anderson Park in Atlanta, Georgia.
Indeed, sir.
Definitely a good game. Any key players to look on tonight for the Seahawks?
He talked about his quarterback, and I watched him warm up. The guy throws a really good ball. I'll be interested to see. I've watched him run, and I'll be interested to see how often he uses his legs to try and create. He also said number 7, Miles, would be big for him at wide receiver. Number 11, Grubbs, their running back. And number 15, Quarles, the tight end. Those were the guys he said that we would be watching all evening on offense. Defensively, number 41, Walton is defensive end. Number 1, Scott. And number 2, Brown, linebackers for the Seahawks. And then number 8, Stallings, one of his cornerbacks, said he really held down the defensive backfield. He said that he's optimistic about this evening. He said if he was going to, he told me, he had one worry. He said it would be special teams. And, I can totally get that, I hold my breath every time we kick off and every time we punt.
I hear you. I understand that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is your 2018 Garden City Seahawks. Coach Chapman, let's talk a little bit about the Oak City Lions. What do you have to tell about them tonight?
Their head coach is James Barrett, and they're based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. The Oak City Lions are going to run a spread offense, and when I asked Coach Barrett about it, he said not only was it a spread offense, but he used the word a speed offense. So we're really looking at contrasting styles tonight where, Garden City's going to try to play smash-mouth football, and it looks like Oak City's going to try to throw it over the top. They base out of the 4-2-5 on defense. His offensive players to watch were his quarterback, Malik Adams, wide receiver slot, Kevin McLaren, number 17, running back number 1, Mike Easton, and wide receiver number 5, Chris McKnight. His defensive players to watch were number 57, Farshad Hunter. He's a defensive end and has the best defensive end name in the history of football. But it's closely followed by this number 0, Corny Orr, who plays cornerback.
Okay.
All right, so number 23, Jeff Simmons, who's the rover, and number 52, Darrell Lindsay, who plays linebacker. The Lions are a first-year program. They were 10-2. They beat the Tri-City Wolves 40-14 last week. I talked to Coach Barrett about it. I said, hey, what concerns you? And he said the nerves of being a first-year program and being in the finals. He was a little bit worried about that. He didn't think it would last very long. He just didn't want anything to happen early that could hinder him. Also, he said that the team had been focused all week, and that he was really looking forward to seeing what happens when it comes out tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is your 2018 Oak City Lions American Football League game. Coach Collins, what do both teams need to do offensively to begin with?
Offensively, as trivial as it sounds, the center quarterback exchange is going to be crucial. I watch both teams, gun snap, and when you gun snap, like, there's a lot that can go wrong. There's only 5 yards, but there's many a slip twixt cup and lip. You know what I'm saying? Then there's a lot that can happen, and it can change the momentum of a game. I watch games all the time where a bad snap was really the beginning of the end for somebody.
Dun dun dun.
So that's always going to be my thing, man.
All right, there, Coach Chapman, talk to me about defensively. What are they going to have to do defensively?
Well, both teams are going to have to, for the Lions, they're going to have to pass protect. I talked to Malik Adams, and he said he expects to be blitzed, and so they're going to have to work on their protection. And then when you look at Garden City, they're going to have to deal with, Hunter, who's basically a man-child. The guy played Arena League football, so they're going to have to be able to handle the defensive front. When you're looking at it from a defensive perspective, can the Oak City Lions get off the field in a 4-2 front against a power I offense? And can, the multiple 4-3 of Garden City handle the spread? That's where it's going to come out in. Are they going to be able to be multiple enough to handle the speed at receivers?
All right, for you two coaches, talk to me about the keys of special teams. I know that is the ultimate conversation, and many times in these games in the spring/summer, but what do they need to make sure happens during special teams? Coach Collins, talk to me first.
Get a snap on punt and catch the frickin' ball on punt return and kickoff. Fielding the ball cleanly, handling the ball cleanly on the kicks is crucial to having decent starting field position, which, in a close game is always a big deal.
Anything from you there, Coach Chapman?
Yeah, you don't want to give away a possession, all right? And what Coach Collins has talked about making sure you secure the catch, not only giving up yardage, the lost yardage on letting a punt roll, it averages 17.4 yards every time it bounces, but, you want to secure it and not have a silly turnover on a return where you're giving up a possession, because games swing that way. And when that happens, it's a momentum buster. If you've just gotten off the field on a 3-and-out and you drop a punt, everything that you've done has been erased. So making sure that you don't give away possessions is a key for me, and also the punt. If you give up a punt block, you're probably going to lose. So that's where I'm at on the thing.
All right, great.
This is Craig Chapman with Score Sports, here with OCL coach James Barrett ahead of tonight's IAFL championship game. Good afternoon, Coach. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. How about yourself?
Real good. Coach, could you give us a rundown, what are your offense and defense, what do you like to base out of?
Well, our offense is a spread. We use our speed. We move around a lot of motion. And defensively, 4-2-5.
All right. Coach, is there any key offensive players you'd like to highlight before the game tonight?
One of our biggest players, our quarterback, number 16, Malik Adams. Running back, Mike Easton. We have a very solid wide receiver core that's headed up by number 17. That's, I drew a blank. I'm sorry. Kevin McLaren. I'm sorry.
All right. What about on defense, Coach?
Defensively, we're stacked. It's hard to pick out a couple, but my defensive end, number 57, Rashad Hunter. We have a stellar cornerback crew headed up by number 0, Corny Orr, 23, Jeff Simmons. Some pretty strong and fast guys out there.
A great name for a defensive end is Hunter, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, he's a beast.
Coach, as you go into this thing, how do you feel about your guys and their work this week?
Oh, they've worked hard. They've worked hard all year, but especially this year, they've worked extremely hard. They've been disciplined. The nerves are there, but I haven't had to say much. They're extremely focused. This was an 8-hour trip for us, and we traveled very well. So.
All right, Coach, if you had to, you just touched on it, you said nerves. Is there anything else that kept you up this week when you were thinking about the game?
Other than the fact that this is the first-year team, I'm still amazed by what we were able to accomplish. I knew they can do it. I just had to get them to understand that they can do it.
There you have it, folks. First-year team, 10-2 record, playing in the inaugural IAFL championship game. Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Head coach and owner of the Garden City Seahawks. How are you, Coach?
I'm doing pretty good. How you?
I'm great. Hey, offensively, I know that you guys are going to base out of the eye. You know, you and I have spoken before and talked about that you guys are definitely a run-first team. Can you tell me tonight who is everybody going to be watching? Who are your playmakers?
I think they're going to be watching number 11. He's our running back, and he made a lot of big plays for us this season behind that big offensive line that we got, you know, opening the way. Also, you got to look out for the quarterback, Kendrick Armstrong, number 0. He also made a lot of big plays. Also, number 7, the receiver, and number 15. They make big plays all season long, so they probably definitely going to be keeping an eye on those guys.
All right, well, we know you guys went 9-1, and that's a good record, but we don't get to championship games without a great defense. I know you guys base out of the 4-3, but are a multiple front defense like so much of the world now, so much of the football world now.
Right.
Who are we looking for on defense?
You got to look for number 41, Cam Walton. Also, Pac-Man, number 1, Ralph Scott. You also got to look for our cornerback, Cam Stallings, and our other linebacker, Tywan Brown, number 2. You know, we are fast defense. We can adjust to almost anything you throw at us. So, yeah, we base out of the 4-3, but we do, you know, different stuff throughout.
Well, you know, I know there were some favorites early on in the league about who was going to be here and who wasn't, who the powerhouse teams were, but here you are. Right. Here you are. So, you know, what are your thoughts about being here this evening?
I feel good about being here. You know, it was just, you know, we're a second-year team, first of all, and we played hard the first season we had. We also went 9-1 our first season. So coming into our second season, we thought we would at least make it this far. You know, so we are here. And as for the other powerhouse teams, they were a lot of good teams, great teams that we played. But we stayed, we fought to the fourth quarter, and so we made it.
Well, that's great, Coach. Hey, we're really looking forward to watching the game tonight. I'm excited about a smash mouth game. We don't get to see a whole lot of that anymore. I wish you the best of luck and look forward to you.
All right, appreciate it, man.
You bet now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2018 Phantom Horse Independent American Football League Championship game live here at Finley Stadium, Davenport Field, University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. Thank you so much for opening your doors to the IAFL. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman and Adam Collins, bringing you the championship first annual Phantom Horse. Gentlemen, glad to have you here today. How you both doing tonight?
Great, man.
Glad to be here.
Puppy with 2 Peters excitement right now. All right.
2 Peters excitement.
2 Peters excitement. That's that level that you got to go, man. You know, got to get excited. Got to get excited about this coin toss about to break down here between the Seahawks and the Lions. I'm going to hand it over to both of you gentlemen. Wish you for a great show. We'll see you back at halftime. Stay out of trouble. Enjoy the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like the Lions wanted the ball, and they took the ball. Seahawks will kick off. I'll be quiet and hand it over to the announcers that know the game. Craig Chapman and Adam Collins, take it away.
Man, that was awesome right there. I was watching the coin toss, and it looked like a dance-off was getting ready to break out.
Old school.
Yeah, you know, a little dance fight action, some Jets. What was the other group?
The Sharks and the
Sharks
Jets.
and the Jets. Man, these guys are hype. I will say, I love football, and I always have. I've loved it my whole life. That's why I do all the things that I do. And to see guys, when we were down interviewing before the game started, genuinely excited about being here. It's almost, and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but it's almost like a childlike atmosphere. The love you see that little kids have when they're out playing recreation ball.
Yeah, a lot of these guys drove. I mean, the Lions drove 8 hours to be here, Coach. That's a long way to drive to play a football game, and they didn't stay overnight. They drove this morning. So these guys, you know, have made the sacrifice to be here the day before Father's Day to play a game that they love. And you say, you know, childlike. I said, you know, I kind of equated it. These guys were bouncing around over there, jumping around. It was kind of like, you know, what you see before we play in a high school game.
Right. But, you know, just a real love for the game. It's so great to see, you know, because these guys aren't cashing big checks. These guys aren't, you know, signing shoe deals. These cats are out here playing because they love to play. And you got to like that.
Well, Coach, we got the whistle. It's time to go.
The Seahawks are lining up to kick off. And it's a pretty good kick. Going to drive down to about, there's that mishandled kick, going to be scooped up at about the 10-yard line. That's the quarterback there right there. I'm sorry, that's number 0 carrying for the Oak City Lions. There we go. It took me a second. The cities. I'm clashing because it's Garden City versus Oak City. Got a little tongue-tied there for a second.
That's a 15-yard return on the kickoff right there, and we're going to start 1st and 10 at the 25.
Well, that's you're not in a hole. That's about where you would start if it was a touchback. So, no harm, no foul. To mishandle a ball on a kick and then still have decent field position is pretty big. They got lucky. The ball kind of bounced up right up to 0, and he just kind of scooped it and ran.
That was it was a good look. Good thing that Orr was there to pick it up. We got doubles right here, Coach.
Doubles, 5-man front for the Seahawks. Quarterback in the gun, quick give on the zone, headed for the right side, and he is, my Lord, swarmed.
-4 on that one right there.
Malik Adams might have saved his life by handing the ball off just then.
Well, he expected the blitz, and he got it on the first play.
Because the heat was coming down, brother. I'm talking about, like, you got guys stinger splashing the pile and everything. It was pretty awesome.
Brings up 2nd and 14, and, talk about it early on. They worried about nerves.
That's always the thing. As a player, I was always like I was good after the first play.
There you go. Well, we're fixing to find out because they're bringing this thing. They got their rover set up there.
Doubles again. Lots of cushion over here on this left side. Adams drop.
Picked.
Quick throw across the middle. And I thought that one was going the other way. That ball intended for number 17, Kevin McLean.
Pass broken up by number 7.
That's Miles right there for the Seahawks.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 14.
Okay. Now it's time to just lay your ears back and bring it. Minus something horrible right here, they're going to get off the field. I think the Seahawks will.
Well, they've changed. It looks like they've changed their front a little bit. They've gone to a 4-man front. They're playing man underneath. Got 2 deep safeties. Got the Mike sitting in the middle.
I think they drop a lot of people here.
There it goes.
There's a snap.
Oh, wow.
They rush forward, get good pressure on Adams. Adams scrambling, trying to create with his legs.
Got a man. He dropped it.
He had a man. Hit number 4 in the hands with a football. Had a chance for a big first down. That would have been a huge conversion for the Lions. But he just can't hang on. Got to squeeze that ball, baby.
Well, I know one thing right now, Coach. Sitting here watching that, Adams is elusive. I mean, that guy was unblocked coming off the edge right there, and he made him look silly.
They better be careful. You got to maintain rush lane integrity, because if you don't, what's going to happen with a guy like Adams, you have to bottle that kind of guy up. Make him beat you with his arm. Don't allow him to create with his legs and then make those extra things happen, because with a guy scrambling around like that, what happens is that the DBs end up covering for 5 and 6 seconds, which is next to impossible. There's a decent punt snap. And a pretty good punt. And they let it hit the ground. And, well, there was one guy from the Seahawks still determined to be around the football, and that's eventually going to come back and bite you.
That was a 42-yard punt right there, Coach.
That's a pretty doggone good punt now.
Not bad. And it saved him because it kind of flipped the field. So, I mean, you're looking at this right here. You start at your own 25. You lose 4 yards on first down, you get 2 incompletions, and yet you're still able to punt them to the, 32 and a half, 33-yard line. So, you're not sitting too bad right here.
Yeah, no doubt. That punt team, if you've got a good punter, it's a weapon.
Now, I'm going to say this right now, Coach. I know they had a guy run on late, but that was the first time that we've watched a game this year where it looked like they'd actually practice punt.
Yeah, and these teams get to practice like twice a week, so –
now, keep your eye on 57 because that guy looks like a football player.
And here it comes. Just pro right eye. There's a snap, toss out to the right
Pass.
side.
He's
toss,
there.
Pass.
Oh.
Had a man wide open. little shenanigans early on. Pass intended for number 10 for the Seahawks. Just could not get it there.
I love the call. Great call. Field position, is pretty good. You're at your own 33. You got the wide side of the field to the right. You got a right-handed tailback. You line up in an obvious run formation on a run down. When you told everybody you're going to run the ball, you run the toss, they send the house, and you got one-on-one, and it looks like toss. Corner sits, you got a guy wide open. You got to connect, though. You practice that, you're counting on that being 6. And when it doesn't go your way, then you've used that play. Now you're not going to use it again.
Right, you can't go back to the watering hole on that one.
So 2nd and 10 from the 33 right here.
Just pro right eye. Like an 8-man front right there for the Lions.
My word.
And breaks the first tackle, but going to be brought down after a short gain.
That wasn't bad. He was stopped in the backfield, and, he gained a little bit. We're going to give him 1, so it'll be 3rd and 9 right here.
Brought down by a host of Lions right there.
Coach, it's hard not to say that because they've got everybody jammed in the middle.
What do we say, a pride of Lions?
That would be a pride of Lions, Coach.
Yeah.
That would be a pride of Lions. From my time coaching a team called the Lions, that was one of the things we used. It was a pride pack right there, baby. Get to the ball. All right, now we got pro gun, Coach. This looks like 1998 Lovejoy right here.
Yep, traditional gun set in the backfield. There's snap, drops, quick throw across the middle, slant, and that's going to be converted for a first down. That ball thrown by Armstrong. Caught by number 10 for the Seahawks.
Coach, that's a 16-yard gain on that completion right there, and it's a first down conversion.
Nice throw and catch right there.
Well, they had press coverage up top, and it's almost like they didn't play press down here, and I don't understand why they wouldn't do that.
Well, I'm sure there's some sort of reason behind it.
Well, I know the tight end got mauled getting off the ball. He was trying to run through the middle of the field, and he never got 3 yards down the field.
Well, there's 900 people in the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
I backfield, and they have 8 guys on the line of scrimmage.
If you bust this on that little lead play right there, that gains, a yard.
That's just it. The handoff to Grubbs, number 11, who doesn't find much room.
Gain
but
1.
They've got 7 guys on the line of scrimmage, 1 linebacker, 2 corners, and a safety. If you break the line of scrimmage,
it's a house call.
Yeah, you might be running for a while.
Well, you'll flip the scoreboard, Coach, because there's nobody left.
Hit your head on the goalpost, as they say.
Yes, sir. 2nd and 9 right here.
All right, I backfield. Pro right. There's a snap. Quarterback rolls. Throws it down the sideline. He's got a man. Touchdown. And he's in there. Complete to number 10. That's from Armstrong to number 10 for the Seahawks. And for a team that said they were going to run first, they've done a pretty good job passing the ball.
48-yard touchdown pass right there to get the Seahawks on the board first, Coach. And I like the play calling. They were very, very, very flexible in their first.
Looked like the old naked.
It was. That's exactly what it was. Everybody's down, jammed. They had that covered. I don't know what the corner did.
Yeah, I apologize. I said it was a pro right. It was a pro left. I couldn't see the tight end.
I mean, the corner was there. He just stopped. It was like he didn't expect him to throw it because he had it covered. But that was the only guy on this side of the field that dragged. Nothing ever.
Yeah, I didn't see anything make it across.
They couldn't get there. I mean, they're getting there. The tight end is getting mauled. I'm serious about this. He can't get off the ball. If they're going to throw him the ball, they're going to have to flex him and get him away.
That's Quarles that's trying to get off.
So now they're going to go for 2 right here.
Pro left. Everybody at the line of scrimmage for the Lions.
There it is.
Little jump pass action.
Well, he got off the ball that time.
Pass intended for Quarles. Just couldn't get there. So, with does that say 11:37? I'm sorry, 9:57. I'm tripping. 9:57 left in the first quarter. Garden City Seahawks 6, Oak City Lions nothing.
This game is brought to you by Score Sports, the leader in sports videography. For all your videography needs, reach out to us at www.scoresports.com.
Lined up for kickoff. There's the Seahawks kicking off for the second time.
Ball's taken at the 3.
And he's going to come around the right side, cuts it back to the middle, finds some room, and is going to be brought down. Nice, secure tackle right there, right in midfield.
25-yard kickoff return, Coach. They'll start at their own 28 right here. Down 6-0. And you got to wonder what the psyche is. They were nervous before this, and they might be a little bit more nervous now. You give up a big pass play on something that you thought you had covered, and now you got to look at it as, hey, we need to settle down a little bit and play some football right here and not be so jumpy.
Right. In my opinion, that applies pressure to both sides of the ball, both offense and defense. Offense to score, obviously, and defense not to give anything else up.
Well, Coach, you know my feeling on this. If they're going to line up in this 5-man
look at the size of the slot on the right side.
I'm telling you, this is screen. I'm screening them until they get out of this. And that's just the way I feel about it. I'm going to screen it until they
quarterback rolls. He's got a lot of people in pursuit right there. Oh, and gets shoestringed right there at the end. Nice run by Malik Adams right there.
Picks up 5, Coach.
Again, you got to maintain rush lane integrity on this guy. If you let him get outside and run around, it's going to be a long evening for you.
It's like,
although he looks like he's having a little tough time right there. Maybe came up a little gimpy. It's tough sometimes when you go down, even when it's not a devastating hit. Sometimes you just get your feet tangled, or in that case, somebody swiped his foot.
Or you slide on this turf and skin your leg off, like we saw earlier this morning.
5-man front for the Seahawks. Doubles for the Lions. Adams waits to snap. Quick give around the left side. Got some room. He's out in the open.
Nice run right there.
Nice, tough run. It's going to be a first down.
Hold on. They got 2 flags right here.
By Mike Easton. Oh, and that looked like a punch.
There's 3 flags on the play.
Yeah. So, we know we got at least what looks like offsetting personal fouls. And then.
That's really a shame because that was 15 yards with a bullet.
So, you're going to have offsetting, but then I think you're probably going to have an additional one because that was pretty late. You hate to see that. It's just so dumb and selfish. There are times where you take personal fouls and it was a legit accident. You didn't mean to, or, it made sense. For instance, I cannot tell you the number of times I've told somebody, if you're beat, tackle them. If you're beat, just tackle him. Because better than 15 yards than the.
There are 3 personal fouls on the lines.
3?
3 personal fouls, all on the lines. I've never seen that. I've seen 2 personal fouls. So.
Gee whiz, man.
And if they're all personal fouls, don't they mark all of them off?
Yes. Because they're all dead ball fouls.
So it should start at the line of scrimmage.
Do the math on that one.
Well, you would think it would be 45 yards, but they're going to end up to the half the distance.
Yeah, right. So the first one will be assessed the whole way.
Oh, my word.
Oh, geez. That's a drive killer, if I've ever seen one. Good gravy.
That went from the 33 to the 4.
And, again, it's just so selfish. Just so silly.
29 yards.
I still can't get over the slot man on the right side.
Well.
And the Seahawks are playing way off now. Wait to see what they're going to do.
Here comes
pressure from the outside.
That's cheated.
And I'm pretty sure that's going to be offsides on the Seahawks.
Well, they're going to call offsides.
Yep.
They're going to call offsides, so you're going to steal back. You had a 29-yard conglomeration of 3 penalties offset by a 5-yard penalty. So it brings up now second and the next county here in Tennessee to get a first down.
Yeah, if they get to Nashville, they're doing good. All right, doubles again. Looks like they're going to hold with that. Adams in the gun. Mike Easton off to his right-hand side. Again, 5-man line. Lineman pops up. Quick throw into the dirt out there. It pass intended for Chris McKnight, but thrown at his feet. Lions look pretty flustered right now.
Yeah, I hate to say it, Coach, but that was a rush throw, and it looked like, he's feeling the heat because he knows that guy from his left tackle is coming, and they're not getting a pass set. They're barely getting hands on, and you're sitting here now at 3rd and 29, and I don't know what play you have in the playbook for 3rd and 29. Maybe quick kick from right here.
Well, Adams in the gun again. Still a doubles look. 5-man line. Pressure coming. Pressure there. Did not keep him inside the pocket. Adams scrambling. And wisely gets out of bounds. But that's going to be a sack. So that's going to bring up 4th down for the Lions.
Now, sack lost 5 yards right there, Coach. So, I mean, it went from bad
to worse, yeah.
And it just keeps getting worse.
Well, the thing they do have going for them is they had a 42-yard punt last time. And if you get the same kind of stuff, then you'll give them the ball at about midfield.
Now, let me ask you this question. Last time they had plenty of space, all right, let's put it that way, to punt the football from. They were on their own 21. Now they're on their own 4. It's a little bit different.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. There's a snap. A little bit of pressure.
And it's nowhere near a 42-yard punt.
Get away from the ball. If you're a Seahawk, get away from the ball. And the Lions down it at their own 25.
How about where they going to mark that? A 28-yard line?
Oh, yeah, that's where it looks like they're going to put it.
So that's a 24-yard punt right there, Coach.
At least he punted a first down.
He did.
Just barely.
No, Coach, he didn't get back to the original line of scrimmage. The original line of scrimmage was the 28.
And I retract that last statement.
And now, see, here's the thing. When you're playing these quarters like this, and I have no idea why the clock is still running. All right, they stopped it now. But, when you're looking at this right here, Coach, from this point of view,
yes,
if you do give up the score right here, at least you've got 3.5 quarters left to go.
Right.
You're not giving up back-to-back touchdowns with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's the first quarter. You got to right the ship and play.
Backfield. Pro right.
Oh, there's offsides.
Yeah, a little variant of the snap count.
And that's now 4 penalties for 34 yards on the lines.
Gotta have more discipline than that. This is one of those times where you really need to cut out all your silly mistakes if you're the Lions, if you're going to stay in this thing.
Well, you look at it. We talked to both coaches. They get to practice twice a week, all right? But you can't simulate a game in practice, and you can't simulate a game of this magnitude in practice.
Toss out to the right. He makes the mistake of cutting back.
Woo.
And he finds Fashad Hunter.
And that's going to be a loss of 3, Coach.
Who is a man among boys.
Yes, he is.
He's a big individual.
And a player.
Yes.
He's not just a guy that's out there looking good in the uniform. He's a guy that knows how to get it done.
So, it's going to bring up 2nd and about 8. That last toss out to the right-hand side, kind of ineffective. Pro right, backfield.
Toss left.
Toss to the left, toss to the weak side. They got some room. Oh, receiver.
Nice tackle.
If the receiver out there on the left side stays on his block, they've got something. Now, that might be bad news for the Lions. The cornerback that just came up and made that play has just left the field.
Yes. Now, if it's 3rd down now. So, let's think about this. A corner just left the field. It's 3rd down and about 4. Wouldn't you want to attack that corner that just left the field?
Oh, that would absolutely be what I would do.
Seahawks, however, being a run-based team, they might think, hey, I got 2 downs to get 4 yards.
Well, they didn't try to kick on the extra point, so I think this is two down territory for them regardless.
When I watched their kicker in warm-ups, he's not bad. I saw him kick the ball, very well from pretty good distance.
Well, there's a lot that has to happen for a kick.
You ain't lying.
All right. Pro right.
Slant down here. Slant to
Gun
the right.
backfield. There's a snap.
Quarterback sweep.
And quarterback is able to fight through. Oh,
And he's
my
gonna
word.
score.
Yes, sir. That is well-deserved right there. Armstrong right there deciding to BYOB, be your own blocker, runs through a couple tacklers. Guys who try to hit stick him, and he's like, I'm not having it. I'm making a house call.
Oh, he stayed in bounds too, Coach. It's not even close. 20 yards for a touchdown right there on 3rd down. Back-to-back 3rd down conversions on scoring drives. That's kind of the way that thing works.
I thought he delayed right there because he was coming out, and then he delayed, and I thought, okay, if he hadn't delayed, he could have gotten the edge. But when he didn't get the edge, but then he ran through like 3 different guys.
Yes, he did, and they're going to kick this one right here. So let's see if all the nice things I just said about this young man are going to be true.
Well, we're fixing to find out. Seahawks line up to kick. Snap, hold, it's up. Man.
Not good.
Looks like somebody got a piece of that one. But regardless, with 6:01 left. 6:01 left. It's 12-0. It's 12-0 Garden City Seahawks.
Coach, we've been in this situation before. We've been in a championship game, and everything go wrong in the first quarter.
Oh, yes.
Everything go wrong in the first quarter.
Oh, there's still a ton of football left to be played.
And we were able to right the ship. Our kids were able to pick it up and run off 38 unanswered and roll to a ship. But, I'm looking at the lines right now. There's a shell shock look down there, buddy. This is not what they expected at all. This is something that they're going to have to get right now. Now they've had 2 kickoff returns, Coach, and I think if the return man would stay to the right, it's got legs in it. If they would start up the middle, break it to the right, I think he's got a shot.
Okay, here we go, lining up. I think you're right, Coach Chapman. Seahawks line up to kick. There it is.
He's
nice.
going to have a chance. This is going to be from
Deep
his own
boot.
6.
And there he goes. He's taking your advice. He's headed down the right side. Gets a block. Finds some room. Is able to cut back out. He's still up.
Fumble.
Ball's out.
It's going to be a touchdown.
It's picked up by the Seahawks. And there he goes. Nobody's going to catch him. He's in there. That's what I'm talking about. Special teams, baby. Special teams. And that's going to be number 1, Scott, the linebacker for the Seahawks, that carries that one in. And just like that, it's 18-0.
41-yard fumble return for a touchdown. And what looked like it could be a big play for the Lions has now turned into a crushing play for the Lions.
I mean, it was a great return. They were going to have really good field position and ball security, man. Ball security. I don't see any laundry on the ground.
No, I do see there's a kerfuffle at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, there's some shenanigans. There's people who aren't dressed on the field.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
I'm not sure what that's about. The 7th grade dance posturing is not one of my favorites.
Coach Collins, not to get away from this break from action, did anybody see who caused the fumble?
Do we have a number on who calls that fumble? Well, I tell you what, our analysis is going to get on top of that. I definitely think somebody's pay's getting docked. I do know that.
That would probably be mine. That's my job.
I tell you what, Matthew, I expect better. I expect better.
All right, so we're going to go for 2. We're going back to the 2-point try right here, Coach.
Yeah. Well, that at least some signs of goodwill down there on the field. Some guys dapping it up. That's always good to see. Tempers flare, man, and in a championship game like this, it's hard. Having things not go right is very, very frustrating. And then all it takes is something that normally if somebody did, you would not take exception to it. But now you're oversensitive and somebody does something and you begin the peacock dance where you puff your chest and flare your feathers and show everybody that you are indeed not afraid.
Yep. We see that a lot.
Yeah.
It's normally called, after practice when people start making fun of each other.
Yes. But, there's no place for that in this game. I'm just going to tell you right there. Not at a game at this level where, everybody's worked so hard to be here.
Timeout.
Timeout, and there it goes, timeout. But, hey, that's cool because the timeout right here, it's important.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at a chance right here to put some real distance. 20-0 is a big number.
You don't
Coach.
think about the 2 points being that big a deal, but it is.
No.
It's still a 3-possession game right now, which is huge.
But we've seen 3-possession games disappear right after halftime.
I cannot tell you the number of games that I've been at or coached in where I'm like, okay, this game is over, and then all of a sudden, it's 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and now it's a tie ball game.
Right. I'm not so sure this – okay, now they got it legal.
Offset eye backfield. There's a snap. Quarterback rolls right. He's going to try to run it.
He's in.
Oh,
he didn't get in. Wow, that was a great defensive stand right there.
Man.
That was a really nice play.
I thought he was going to get in there, and –
he thought he was going to get in there, Coach.
Yeah, he jumped up and then got small real fast.
He thought, yeah, I got this. I'm gonna get skinny right here and slide in between this block. And
he got, jammed up. I'm not sure how that probably didn't feel good.
So here we go. This is the beautiful thing about playing in big boy football. You find out a lot about yourself right here. All right? You worked a whole year to get here. A whole year. You've had big wins throughout the whole year. You just crushed a team last week to get here that most people thought were going to be in the championship game.
Yeah, no doubt.
And now you're sitting here down 18-0. You can roll over and play dead, but you drove 8 hours. If you drove 8 hours to roll over and play dead, then you probably don't need to do this. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I hear you, man. We've had that talk with people before. You and I have been in locker rooms before with similar situations, and people are like, well, what'd you say to them? I said, you can lay down and get beat 50-0, or you can come out and fight and make this a football game.
No, I'm still saying stay to the right. You had a great return last time.
Absolutely.
Just protect the football.
And there's the kick. It's a short kick this time. Going to be fielded at about 10-yard line. They're going to stay right up the gut. Oh, and trips over his own player right there. He was taken out by another Lion. But, still decent field position. Going to start at the 35.
Well, they had a 34-yard return last time. That time was a 25-yard return, but they got good field position right here. So they're at the 35. Now, here's the thing. This is a stabilizing drive. Whether you score points on it or not, you've got to flip the field and give your defense a chance to catch its breath, and your offense has got to get a little momentum going. Right now,
you got to move the ball.
Right now, the Seahawks have all the momentum. You need to put some doubt in their mind that, hey, this thing's about to turn around.
Yeah, you got to move the ball right here, if nothing else, like you said, to let your defense breathe for just a second.
I would go quick to the outside fast right here.
Different look for them this time. Doubles, but with tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in tight right there. Adams drops, quick throw.
To the outside.
And the attempt at the hit stick right there.
Is a 20-yard gain right there, Coach.
He spins off. If all he does is wrap up right there and tackle him, it's
a 10-yard gain.
It's a 10-yard gain. But, my goodness, fellas, you have to do things fundamentally sound. Running up and popping somebody, any receiver, running back, quarterback worth his salt is not going to go down because you hit him.
Hey, they're in the same formation, Coach.
You got to Twins look out here, and then you got a big tight end to the right-hand side with the receiver split out. Left tackle started early.
Sure did.
That's going to back them up.
Make it 1st and 15.
Can't do that, big guy. Hold your water.
5th penalty.
Hold your water, big fella.
This is potentially the 2nd straight drive that penalties have destroyed.
Well, I was just thinking that the Lions have kind of hamstringed themselves, you know, with the penalties and then the fumble.
Self-destruction.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not necessarily, not to take anything away from the Seahawks, but, you know, you keep giving somebody a short field, you know, your defense is only going to hold so long.
Be interesting to see right here. I think they can get down if they can get somebody vertical in this seam right here. I like the matchup. That's if they can protect it. That's offsides.
Yeah, they're going to get it back.
And that's a personal foul.
They're going to get it back. Just get in the huddle.
They might get it back plus a 1st down. See what they call. Got offsides and a personal foul. So that's going to be 20 yards right there, Coach.
My goodness.
And a 1st down.
You got everything going your way. You got an 18-point lead. You just backed them up 5 yards. And so you jump off sides, and then to add insult to injury, you go ahead and decide to hit the quarterback. Dead ball, personal foul, and now they're at your 30. That is just – there's no other term other than stupid. That's just stupid.
Selfish.
Yes, I will accept selfish. I retract my earlier statement.
I'm still saying right now, I'm going to run a hitch down here, and I'm going to run this slot guy down the field because I like the matchup. I like the size matchup. Good Lord.
All right. I think that's going to be on the Lions this time. You know, right now the Lions are their own worst enemy.
They have met the enemy, and it is them.
The enemy within here.
So it's 1st and 15 again. They can hope for the double penalty 1st down that they just got.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to get that.
You know, it's funny. I watched them warm up, and they looked really good. But the coach said, you know, Coach Barrett really talked about, you know, being worried about the nerves. And there's a snap. Quick
Going
pressure. Deep. Throw to the outside.
Well, he had him if he leads him.
Now, I tell you what, the receiver even had position.
Mm-hmm.
The DB had the corner had good position to start with, but then went behind the receiver.
Man, he had him. The receiver's running back to the huddle right now telling him, throw it down the field. Throw it down the field. Because that right there was a touchdown.
Yeah, the safety didn't come over in time.
Well, he can't get there, Coach. There's no way. Playing where he's playing right now, there's no way he can get there. And if I was them, I'm just going to say it again, I'd flip 5 over here into this slot, and I'd run 5 right down here because there's nobody that can cover this area down here. Stop this guy on the sideline, run this guy down the seam. It's a touchdown. There he is.
There's a snap. Quarterback rolls to his right, high steps, and then is going to get out of bounds.
And he's
going to be a pretty good gain of about
11.
About 11 yards. Again, why they're rushing this guy so hard from the outside. Make him throw the ball.
The thing about it, he's got, you know, he's made their defensive front look ridiculous, except for the one time he just stepped out of bounds because he had nowhere to go. He was pinned. But right now they got a crucial 3rd down. It's 3rd and 4 right here. They're 0 for 2 on 3rd downs. You know, they've got to keep this drive alive. I'm sure they're going to go for it right here, but they can't have anything negative. Nothing negative.
Right.
I'd throw the hitch topside.
Doubles with the tight end out to the right side. Adams in the gun.
Still throw the hitch topside.
He drops, looks to his right, scrambles back to his left.
Somebody just got murdered.
Touchdown. Oh, that's it. He's gone.
See ya.
Yes. Again, why you let a guy like that create? Why? And you know what this goes back to? The freaking personal foul.
It does.
I would be so mad right now, I would not be able to stand myself.
Coach, I'm going to say this right now. In the pregame interview that I have right here with Malik Adams, I said, can you tell me something to look for early on in the game? And he looked at me and said, me running the ball. And now I see why. That guy's special with the ball in his hands. I would look for him to carry the ball right here, just between me and you. This is the best down in the world, best place in the world to add the quarterback into the running game.
You know, you have to play 11 on 11 when the quarterback's running.
And right now, that's the one thing they've got going for them. And they tried to throw the hitch topside. He just decided he was going to take it. And they
and there it is. The ball's over his head. But
Better
he's
get
going
him.
to scramble out. And the defense, he stuttered, and the defense froze.
He sure did. So that attempt fails because of the bad snap. Coach, I think we've covered all of our pregame
our prognostications.
Our prognostications, the pregame pros and cons, we've gotten them all in here. Third down conversions, bam. Bad snap, bam. Fumble on the kickoff return, bam. All the things that you didn't want to have happen, penalties, bam. All of those things. But right now, if you're on the sideline right now, you're feeling a whole lot better about yourself.
Oh, yeah, you can calm down now.
So now we're getting ready for the third possession. Now, just between me and you, it would seem like sooner or later something's got to break the Lions' way. They just got a gift on that scramble. I mean, that's what that was. The receiver came back and wiped out 3 people in the middle of the field.
Oh, yeah.
And then the quarterback with magic made it happen. Hey, do you try to steal a possession right here? Now, everybody on the Seahawks sideline is talking about somebody's got to take the quarterback, somebody's got to do this, somebody's got to do that, we got to score. Nobody's sitting here thinking, what happens if this guy dribbles this ball 10 yards?
That's the thing is, the onside kick, while it works sometimes when it's an obvious situation, doing it unexpectedly is money.
Right.
So, okay.
I was about to say they're setting up for it because they're 15 yards deep, and now they've moved up.
There we go. And
Offsides.
There's the kick.
They were massively offsides on the kickoff, and nobody called it.
Scooped up at about the 23, coming down the right side right there. It's number 81 for the Seahawks on the carry.
That'll be a 12-yard kickoff return right there. And they'll start at their own 35. So right now, if you look at this, Coach, the stats speaking out right here. Right now the Lions they've completed 1 pass for 20 yards. All right? 1 pass for 20 yards. They've had a big run. They've had runs of 5, 15, 11, and 25. The biggest play from scrimmage has been the 48-yard touchdown pass on the bootleg for the Seahawks, and they've had 1 run of 20 yards, which ended up being a third down conversion for a touchdown. So if you look at it right now, you got the Lions actually have 3 first downs, and the Seahawks have 2, and the score's 18-6. It's funny how stats work.
Well, there's 3 facets to this game. I backfield.
Weak side lead, and they got
left, and there he goes, his weak side ISO.
10 yards.
That ball's going to be carried by number 11. That's Grubbs on the carry. His big fullback, number 23, just plowing his way up ahead of him.
Oh, if the big fullback makes a block right there, that play's got more legs in it. I know he's probably thinking if I run, this guy's behind me, don't turn back and seal him, go get the guy in front of me. And I understand all that, but, if he makes that one little chip block on the scraping linebacker right there, it's one-on-one with the safety.
But, they're chipping away. I backfield, pro left.
Fullback trap.
And that doesn't go much of anywhere.
Gain of 1.
But, they give to the fullback. A lot of times that'll help keep them honest.
Yes, exactly. Keeps the linebackers from flowing. And if you pop him, a lot of times people aren't looking at him. They don't see him. You hit the fullback quick, and if you hit him quick and he's by that second level quick, it's a problem. Now, he may get run down, but you're shrinking the field right there for yourself in a good way. The Lions have to do something right here, Coach, to get off the field. They have to. They have to take the momentum from the score, and they have to build on it. They cannot give up a touchdown right here.
No. Just a pro right eye.
Toss.
Toss out of the right-hand side.
Reverse.
And
Oh, he didn't get him down.
He keeps running.
Now he's down. 57 grabbed a hold of him.
Yeah.
That's Hunter again. That's his second tackle for a loss, and my Lord.
If the quarterback is able to maintain his block right there, then they really have something.
9-yard loss right there, Coach.
I like the call, though.
I do too.
I like the fact that the Seahawks are really taking chances.
Well, they didn't come here, Coach, to leave plays in the playbook. Second time out for the Seahawks right here.
All right, the Seahawks are going to take a timeout. Uh-oh, and there's a personal foul. I think there's a timeout on the field, but they're throwing a flag because the big Mr. Hunter threw his helmet down, but it was during a timeout. I don't think that's a personal foul, taking your helmet off. But we'll see. I tell you what, this game is getting interesting.
Yeah, it's been fun to call. There's a lot of action, a lot of stuff going. A lot of moving parts. We've got a wide open spread offense. We've got a run first offense that's hit a 48-yard touchdown pass, thrown a toss sweep pass, and ran a reverse. I mean, it's fun.
I like the fact that they're over there trying to get creative.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't come here to turn around and hand the ball off to the tailback 65 times and play 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They're, shooting their shot and going after it. I like it. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, Coach, right here, you're looking at third down and about 18.
Looks to be.
Okay, so if it's 3rd and 18 right here, and you've got a 12-point lead, what are you really thinking about calling right here?
Smash.
Well, I would be sitting here thinking, my defense has dominated except for one silly series where we had 25 yards in penalties, and we let the quarterback get away. I'm going to be real smart right here. But when saying that, I also have the words of Coach Wilson ringing in my ears that he's most afraid of what? Special teams.
Yeah.
And, we've seen it on the extra point attempt. It wasn't really good. Now, we got a problem right here. If they're going to play this right here and they're not going to – got too many people on the field?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
Yo. Oops.
Right after a timeout.
I tell you what, I always wish they'd let me play with 12 on defense. That is one of those – that's one of my dreams.
Yep, so now 3rd and 18 became 3rd and 14, a little bit more manageable. Did they take anybody off of the field?
They did. Let's see.
Yeah, they did. They just
1,
took
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's 11
All right, now check this out, Coach. They got trips over here, and they have 2 people to cover 3.
Well, the safety just slid a little bit.
A little bit, but if they run
Armstrong drops, looks out to his right.
Oh.
Throws down the middle. If he had looked to his left, he had number 10 kind of running wide open.
Yeah, not kind of, Coach. Running wide open.
Yeah, I guess you can't kind of be wide open, can you?
No, there's no kind of there. It's kind of like this morning when.
But he was backyard open. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. He was that. I ran down to the mailbox and I turned around and my guy fell down.
Yeah.
That was that kind of open. So now the fun begins. Special teams. We've seen big returns. All right. We've seen them cash in on a special team turnover, but the Seahawks coach said, I'm worried about my special teams. And let's see if he has reason to worry. Right now, his special teams have kind of turned up gold for him. They're missing somebody.
Yeah.
And he ain't in a hurry to get on the field.
Yeah, it's always fun recruiting people for the punt team.
Something about this don't look right.
Right now, it's an illegal
1,
formation.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they don't have enough people on the line of scrimmage. This is illegal. See if they call it. And they didn't call it.
Man, got the ball away. Going to be fielded at about the 18-yard line, and there he goes.
See ya.
That's it, man.
See you.
There's flags all over the ground.
That's an 82-yard punt return for a touchdown.
My word. I mean, he was just – that was a track experience there. And if these flags are against the Seahawks, then that is just going to be – you talk about a momentum killer. An 82-yard punt return is pretty bad.
They're redoing it down, so nothing happened right there, guys.
All right, we're going to pretend nothing happened.
This is a do-over, just like in kickball when you didn't get the right roll and you fouled it off. It's a do-over.
For those of you at home, you're going to see a bright red flash.
That might have been the best line of the whole year.
Oh, yes.
Right up there with Scuba Steve and Sinbad.
Yes, Scuba Steve and Sinbad. Oh, man, if you guys could be with us all the time. I really wish you could.
So now we just going to pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah, we're going to call Mulligan.
We're going to see if the Seahawks get enough people in the line of scrimmage, which I still –
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sort of.
Yeah, almost. Close enough for government
There's a
work.
snap. Oh, and he just barely gets it away. But it's a high bouncy kick going to be fielded again about the 14-yard line. He's reversing field coming back
if he gets to the
all
edge
the
right
way.
here.
He's got the edge, and there he goes.
Don't do it, big boy.
There he goes. Oh. And my word.
Number 62. Woo! Man,
Yeah.
Lord help us.
Yeah, he leveled that guy. Absolutely leveled him.
That was a 43-yard kickoff, punt return right there, Coach.
Number 62 for the Lions just absolutely jacked number 43 for Garden City. And it was one of those deals where I don't think he saw him. Man, he might actually be injured. But, you can't ever get caught counting your change. You got to have your head on a swivel out there. This is why there's been all the changes in the NCAA and the NFL, and eventually high school football will follow suit because it's, special teams are the most dangerous plays in football. I don't care what anybody else says.
So that was a 46-yard punt, Coach. You got me?
Yeah.
That was a 46-yard punt and a 43-yard return, so a net of 3.
So we didn't punt a first down.
So here you go.
Short field again.
1 second left, so this is the last play of the first quarter right here.
Let's see if they try to contain the quarterback this time.
They ain't got enough people on the field, man.
Man, quarterback rolls out to his right.
He's fixing to get
getting
murdered.
Lots of pressure, and there he goes. He's going to be sacked for a big loss.
Good night.
That's the problem with guys that create is sometimes they do stuff where you're like, no, don't do that. And then there he goes. He runs a touchdown. You're like, okay, go ahead. And then the next play, he loses 11 yards.
That's right. He giveth and he taketh away.
Yes.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be a time for your sponsors, the Phantom Horse sponsors of the Independent American Football League. Coach Chapman, Coach Collins, y'all doing a great job. Excited here in the first quarter, the end of the first quarter, that is. It seems like it took a little bit of time for 15 minutes. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back here to Finley Stadium, Davenport Field here at the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga.
Illegal formation.
For the Independent American Football League Championship. Still got kind of a doubles look. Got a wing out here to the right side this time instead. Quarterback in the gun. Adams drops. Quick throw out to his left side. There you go. Wrap him up and make a tackle.
That's a nice gain right there, Coach. Gain of about, well, where are you going to spot him at? You keep moving the
Well, I guess they're saying he went out of bounds way back here.
Wow, that's a horrible spot, but okay.
So not as good a gain.
Gain of about 6.
It's going to bring up a long third down.
Yes, it is, and they've been in this situation before. But now being, in the middle of the field, they can probably take 2 downs to try to get this.
Yeah, I would think so.
Because right now their best play has been quarterback scramble and punt return.
Right.
And I'm just, you could look at it one way. If my best play is punt return, I can punch you down deep, hold you on 3 downs, and that 43-yard punt return sets me up at 1st and goal. So, that's one of the things, that's why they pay you the big bucks to make those decisions, big guy.
Yeah. Still a doubles look.
2 safeties this time, a little different.
Adams in the gun. There he goes. He drops. Gets pressure from the outside. And just a quick throw and catch. The Seahawks are just like, we're going to let you throw it, and we're going to come up and make a play.
6 more yards right there.
But, when it's 3rd and 25, that's sound defense.
They got it back now, Coach. It's 4th down and about 11. So, you've gotten it back into manageable. You went from 2nd and 23, you gained 12 yards.
Right.
You've gotten it back to pretty close right here. So
maybe hitch and go or something.
I'm thinking that sooner or later they're going to try to hit this receiver down here on a little hole throw down here on the outside. I mean, they had him the last time. If this is number 5 down here, I'm going to him on a vertical route.
Snap to Adams. He drops. Looked like they were trying to set up some kind of screen there for a second. He rolls. Has a man on the sideline.
1st down.
Did he get both feet down?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And that is a 14-yard gain and a 1st down, Coach.
Man, that's huge right there. That pass completed number 17, Kevin McLaren.
That was a great catch.
Adams on the move again.
And we're close to having a real football game here, Coach, with 13-12 rolling.
I don't understand why there's not a more concerted effort to bottle him up and make him throw the football.
Play Red Rover.
When he escapes the pocket, it has those DBs having to cover for a longer period of time, which is hard. Doubles for the Lions.
Inside
and
give. He got him.
Just a give. There
Busted
he goes. See ya.
Nope.
Oh. I don't understand why the 2 Seahawks stood there and waited on him. I thought initially that was a blocker. I thought he had a blocker right there because they stood next to each other and waited instead of attacking. It was the weirdest thing.
But that was a great call. 13 on 1st down. Put you in the red zone, Coach.
That's the Phantom Horse red zone.
Oh, the Phantom Horse red zone. I like it.
Those guys at Phantom Horse are super nice. I will say that I wish they would send some products upstairs. All right, doubles again for the Lions. 4-man line for the Seahawks.
There's your bad snap.
Ball's on the ground, but he's going to do some shuffling and some dead legging, and then he's going to go out of bounds. Looks like he loses about 1 maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. It's going to be a loss of 1 right there, Coach.
But, you can't have bad center at quarterback exchanges.
I mean, it's almost like we played this script out before the game.
It's just, crucial things, man. Crucial things that, when we're hammering those things away, we're like, gotta have snap, gotta have snap, gotta have snap, gotta have snap.
Timeout for the Lions.
Timeout for the Lions. All right, welcome back here to Finley Stadium, Davenport Field here at the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga for the Independent American Football League National Championship.
Coach, you got trips, man. It's a new formation.
The Lions down here threatening in the Phantom Horse red zone. Seahawks give a 4-man rush.
Throw it to the big guy.
And, come on, big dog. Man, I was rooting for anytime you got a receiver who weighs 3 bills, I'm pulling for that guy.
Yeah, I was waiting to see what that tackle was going to look like.
Pass intended for number 88 for the Lions. He is a big fella.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure he would tell me something like, I weigh 295, not 300 pounds. Because I can remember being that guy. Now I'm just like, I wish I weighed 300 pounds. You know what I'm saying? But he just jogged off the field. Looked like they're going with a speed group.
Yeah, it's been one of those things. They've had big guys in the slot. Now
Okay, those 2 high safeties. There we go. There's the linebacker. That a babe. Slide out there. Get in that guy's face.
It's a horrible matchup for that linebacker.
There we go. Pressure from the outside. You got to contain the
Did he catch
what
that?
a great
Touchdown.
throw and catch. Oh,
Holy
my goodness.
smokes.
That was beautiful.
That's a
that
great
was
throw.
Beautiful. McAdams rolls to his left and just throws a strike to number 4 for the Lions in the end zone. You know, I'm standing there, you know, I'm like a bad guy monologuing right there, you know, waiting for him to do something. But he's rolling and the pressure's coming so hard from the outside, but it's like those ends are like drunks falling through saloon doors. You got to come in under control. When you have a guy like that, you've got to pressure him. You've got to rush to that backfield shoulder. Those inside guys have got to get some movement. They've got to come to that front hip, and you've got to contain him.
Anybody want to take a guess if this is quarterback sweep this way right here in this bunch
to the
look?
trips, yeah, with the big guy back in the game, yeah, I would say
seal
so.
down, quarterback sweep to the right.
And he rolls right. Adams does.
Better
he
throw
sets
it.
up.
Big man,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, there you go, big guy.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Wow.
And I love it. He tosses the ball back to the referee like, yep, this is what I do every day.
Exactly.
What I do every day.
Man, I'm going to tell you what right now, Coach. We got ourselves a football game. 18-14 with 11:26 right here to go.
You know, how many times we've been here where we come in and we're like, oh, my Lord, this is going to be a blowout. And then, you know, 8 minutes later, we're like, well.
We got ourselves a football game, and
yep.
we do. Hey, the Lions didn't score 40 points last week for no reason, Coach. They can throw the ball, and they're starting to see it. The quarterback is a difference maker because the rush has not figured out that they got to stay outside. Keep him boxed in. No, they started that series with a loss of 13, and then that was a brilliant offensive recovery. 6 yards, 6 yards, 14 yards. I mean, look at it, Coach. It was just, hey, we know what we have to do to get there. We got there. You know, if you think about it, Malik Adams is the spark right now. But the play that Kevin McLaren made on the sideline on 4th down.
Oh, yeah, that was, I mean, that's turnover on downs otherwise.
Yeah, and we're not sitting here getting all excited because we're getting to watch a real football game. All right, this is nice. And it's quality, Coach. Kind of the pushing and shoving's kind of gone away, and we're starting to see some athletes make plays, and that's what we came here to do.
Well, and that's what you do. You stop all the silly stuff and just play football.
So this is fun right now. Hope y'all are enjoying it as much as we are.
Here we go. Kickoff time. So get up. Everybody up. Here we go. The Lions line up to kick off. And there's a kick. It's going to be a low squib. Bounces off of a guy. He's able to pick it up and head back towards the middle of the field. He picked it up at about the 33-yard line.
They got 12 more yards on that kickoff return. That's what they're averaging. And they're at the 43-yard line. They'll start their 1st and 10.
Well, that's really good field position.
Yeah, but the game has now slowed down for the Lions, Coach. That nervousness that Coach Barrett talked about, it looks like it has gone away.
Well, the panic.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it was. It was nervous, then it was, everything went wrong, and then one play. One play.
You know, and you can see it on your guys' face. I mean, you be coached a while, you can see the panic, you know, set in on your guys. And you got to just settle down. Just play.
Well, I've seen guys run through the run-through, and you could serve, food on their eyes. They're that big.
You know, you just got to play.
I guess we're going to have a running clock because the clock never stopped.
Well, it stopped a lot in the first quarter. Maybe they're trying to, like, hey, see if we can't get a show on the road.
Well, it's about 500 degrees, so they're probably
change the quarterbacks. And Fashad started early.
And he's there.
Oh.
And that ball is there. Oh, man. That was a great throw.
Off his hands right there. That was number 4 on the throw.
Dude.
Number 4 on the throw for the Seahawks. I was watching him warm up, and he has got a cannon. Had a receiver running wide open down the sideline.
And I know I have no idea what the receiver is talking about right there, but make a simple adjustment on the ball, and you've got a huge gain.
Yeah, well, easier said than done. But Fashad Hunter got an early jump right there.
Did they call it, Coach?
No.
Okay.
And he knocked the fire out of number 4 for the Lions.
He's doing some inventory on his helmet right now.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I'm good.
I think I'm alive. Still breathing.
Doubles again. There's a snap. Quick give on the inside zone right there. Going to bring up 3rd and long.
3rd and about, we're going to call it 7, Coach. No. Yeah, we're going to call it 7. 3rd and about 7.
It looks more like 6 3/4.
We've been working too much with a wrench.
That's going to be 6 in 23, 30 seconds. But, you know, it's 3rd and manageable. You still got a playbook that's wide open. You know, obviously, you know, okay, the quarterback was way deep to stand. He was like 10 yards.
He was like, no, I'm not letting 57 hit me again. Screen, and it's wide open.
Oh, he got away from the first man. Oh,
nice
my
defense.
Lord. Nice.
That was great defense.
Nicely played right there. I think that was one of the linebackers that came up. Nice play right there. I thought they really had something going.
That's going to bring up 4th down and about 3, Coach.
Oh, punt it. Punt the ball.
Well, I'm thinking so too, but they just watched a guy run 82 yards at breakneck speed, and then the next time 43 yards. So I'm thinking they're going to
punt it out of bounds.
They're going to line up and run this right at him. What you want to bet?
Punt it out of bounds.
Here it comes. I can't believe they're in the spread.
Okay, doubles.
But he's the punter too, Coach, so this might be quick kick.
That's true.
It might be try to draw them off sides. They did. They drew them off sides.
Oh, the feeling of utter disgust.
Brilliant.
You know, I'm on the sideline going, "You're standing right over the ball. How do you not see the ball?" You know, that's frustrating as a coach because you're like, okay, that's a discipline issue.
Yes, and that falls on the coach.
But at the same time, you want that guy to have a mean get off, so you want him to move the minute that ball moves.
I just watched Hunter tell everybody on the defensive line to back up and watch the ball. Yeah, his reaction was priceless when that happened.
Doubles again. There's a snap. Good protection. Oh, off his hands. Oh, my goodness. Off the hands of Armstrong, the quarterback. They moved him to wide receiver.
That was a great adjustment to the ball. He's telling him to throw it down the field too, Coach. Quarterback can't be right in this game.
Yeah, he's like, come on, man, give it to me.
Oh. So we got 2nd and 10 right here. We got 8-11 in the second quarter and an 18-14 game. No, I'm not really sure that, Coach, right now would have been in time to change quarterbacks.
Well, there's a snap. Quick
got him.
give
They
off
got
the
him.
right side. Oh, knocks the first man on the ground.
That's a Betty run.
Yes, sir.
15 yards right there, Coach.
If all that guy does is wrap up and just hang on, though.
But that was something that they haven't done yet. You know what that was? That was spread and then a quick hitter over the – basically looked like a belly.
I mean, you put the guy in and, you know, obviously he doesn't have the legs to create like an Adams, but I watched him warm up and he can
spin it now.
He
Coach.
can launch it now.
It's fun to watch this and see the cat and mouse game. The quarterback is like 37 yards deep.
Quarterback in a gun.
Smash route.
And he's got a man. Safety's coming over.
Oh.
That ball broken up by number 10 for the Lions. That ball intended for Armstrong right there.
Yeah, that's got to be a throw that you make, and you've got to stick it in there. That was a little.
He can't hold it that long, but when we watch him, you know, Coach Chapman, you can break down the quarterback fundamental aspect of this. He's running backwards. He's not taking his steps. He's not getting his drop. He's running backwards.
He was, and because of that, he couldn't execute the throw that had to be executed there, and that's what you call a hole throw. They played cover 2. They ran a speed out from the slot. The corner sat. The safety got over the top the only way the safety could get there. But here's the thing. If you throw that at 10 yards and you throw it on the dart, it's a touchdown. There it is again.
Quick give. A little bend back off the left side right there.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
So they they stay in third and manageable. And again, this is 2-down territory for them. That carry by number 11, Grubbs.
Well, Coach, you know they're not going to kick a field goal.
No, that's
this
not
is
going to happen.
2-down territory, so they're going to try to do something right here, just like they did the last time. They threw the screen and gained 4 yards and put them in a chance to draw them off sides. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to draw them off sides right here, as undisciplined as Oak City has been.
There's a snap. Quarterback runs backwards.
He's there.
Throws across the middle.
Oh, he held on to
held
it, too,
on
baby.
to it. Nicely done.
20.
That's big number 15, Quarles on the catch. You know, we were talking about what a hard time he was having getting off the line. But he's able to go from that slot spot right there and go up and get it and hang on after a big pop.
22-yard gain right there, Coach.
You know, that's one of those things, man. You know, when that guy went up, I was like, I wonder if he's going to hang on to it. Because, it's one of those things that's easier said than done.
That was another huge conversion right there, Coach.
Yeah, and again, you're allowing your defense to rest.
Timeout lines.
Timeout lines. They're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about our sponsor, Phantom Horse. Here they are, folks. Stadium, Davenport Field here at beautiful University of Tennessee, Chattanooga for the Independent American Football League National Championship between the Garden City Seahawks and the Oak City Lions. Right now, the Garden City Seahawks threatening in the Phantom Horse red zone.
First down, Coach, and they've changed and gone back to the starting quarterback, and they're in their eye. Weak side give and nothing.
Yeah, that's
absolutely nothing.
I'm not sure what they were trying to do. I think it looked like a zone. He was trying to go back door on it, and there was nowhere to go.
That's no gain on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd and 6 from the 6.
That ball carried by Grubbs. He's talking to one of his offensive linemen and like, hey, big fella, help me out now.
Yeah, he can say that. There was 37 people in the box. I counted.
Yeah, that's one of those deals where you want to throw it.
Well, I was sitting there thinking they changed him. They got back in the eye. They've shrunk everybody back down in the formation. Now would be a great time to run the bootleg.
Yeah, you got to get out. Find some space.
All right, so they've run the quarterback sweep out of this, and they've thrown the slant. So let's see what we get right here.
Pro left gun. There's
quarterback
snap.
Sweep.
Quarterback run. He turns up the middle trying to find some room.
Gained about 3, Coach.
Looks like they're going to have him down at about the 3-yard line. And Mr. Hunter is an enthusiastic cat, man. I'm just here to tell you. That guy is excited to be here.
3rd and 3 right here, Coach.
I'll tell you what I'm going to call right here. Touchdown. Touchdown play.
The touchdown play?
The touchdown play.
Never, the touchdown play never fails.
That's what I'm going with. It's like when I'm yelling at the defensive coordinator, I'm like, call the interception.
So if you were running the touchdown, what would you run here right now?
What would I run right here?
4th. I mean, you got 2 downs, but it's 3rd down and 4 right now.
I would line
24 naked out of the eye.
Well, they can't do that. They
I
just
giggle
broke the
anytime
huddle.
somebody says naked, so I'm sorry.
They just broke the huddle with 12.
It's all right.
Or did they? Because they only have, they broke the huddle with 12, guys.
Okay.
Quarterback sweep to the left or slant up top.
There's a snap.
There it is.
Quarterback
touchdown.
ISO. And he's in there with
Wow.
no problems. And just like that, the lead expands again.
I got some news for you. They're 4 of 6 on 3rd down, Coach.
You know, and that's what football. If you broke football down into one of its most basis forms, you know, one of my favorite coaches is a guy named Lou Holtz. And Lou Holtz says to be good at football, you have to win 3rd down.
So,
and I totally believe that. On 3rd down for defense, you got to get off the field. 3rd down on offense, you got to convert.
And it started off, it was kind of a rough start for, the Lions. They've gotten it back to 2 out of 4 on 3rd down. They're 1 of 1 on 4th down. So the level of play has picked up as this game has continued. So I look forward to, the end of this first half being pretty exciting and then to a great second half. This conversion is gigantic right here.
Okay, here we go. Slot left look.
I like this.
Armstrong in the gun. There's a snap. He drops. Quick throw out to the left.
Deflected.
And that ball is deflected by, it looks like number 8. Yeah, indeed, that was number 8 for Oak City. And so with 4:18 left in the half, it's 24-14. For the Independent American Football League National Championship, the battle between the Garden City Seahawks and the Oak City Lions. Currently, the Garden City Seahawks lining up to kick off, sporting a 10-point lead, 24-14. There's the kick. And it's on the ground, picked up, and they got lucky with that one. We talked about mishandling the kick, and that's huge.
That ended up being an 11-yard return via fumble.
I mean, you got lucky that it slid the way it slid because that just went straight off his chest. And you can see the panic on the return man. Is like, oh, no.
Why?
Oh, no.
Not again.
And as a coach, you're like, I know we have to catch the kickoff, but maybe we let it bounce first.
Please, Lord, just don't.
Yeah. Please don't give him the ball back.
Please stop doing that.
Yeah. Please don't give him the ball back.
All right, so the last 2 times with the ball, Oak City's had a little magic at the QB position. Had 2 really nice, productive drives, gotten themselves back in the game. It would be huge to score going into halftime because Garden City's going to get the ball to start the second half.
Right, because they deferred. So it worked out. Oak City wanted the ball. Garden City wanted to defer. It looks like Garden City's a man short right there. They're calling people on the sideline. Oh, ball's on the ground.
And he picked it up and saved disaster.
That went off Adams' chest.
Oh, man. Now they're going to call personal foul.
Now he's shoving everybody.
Now it's every personal foul. Are we going to have a repeat of the repeat of the repeat?
Osborne, I think he had some sort of psychotic episode just then.
Psychotic break, coach.
I mean, that guy personal fouled everybody on the Seahawks team, and My thought is me and you are fixing to have a long conversation on the sideline.
You go sit in the first row and wait.
I'm probably gonna say things to you that no person should ever say to another person. I'm probably telling you right now, if you're gonna act like that, go sit with your mama.
So
or in this case, your wife, I guess, at games like this.
We're at the 22, so let's see where this penalty goes.
Sounds of the crowd. There's some people upset out there.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I didn't even see what happened right there with him. Obviously, he was mixing it up with one of the defensive linemen. I do appreciate the acting skills right there.
It was nice.
Where he shoved the first guy and he pulled the soccer move, the Ronaldo, and just falls backwards.
So we're going all the way back to the 6. So that was 16 more yards. This is comical now. I mean, it literally is, Coach. I've never seen this in a game.
And, again, they're just shooting themselves in the foot, man.
And it's second down now. It's second down.
Just shooting themselves because it's a dead ball foul.
I mean,
you had a bad snap that you're able to recover, so you escape a horrible situation. Only to add insult to injury, it's like cutting your finger and then pouring salt in it. And there's a quick throw right there by Adams, but it doesn't matter because all you got to do in situations like this is just make them throw the ball in front of you.
That's right.
They just drive them out of bounds. It's a nice throw and catch from Adams to number 5, but they just run him out of bounds.
And it was all 4 yards, so you're still looking right now.
Yeah.
Third down, and then got to get to Georgia for the first down.
Right. Third down to the state line.
Third and what was the third and Ringgold?
Yeah, third and Ringgold. All right.
Right now, I'm telling you, number 5 right here. He's short side. I'm running him down the side. Well, their
safety slid over.
Now they're going to cheat. I'd still run it. I'd make them throw it. I'd throw it and hope they threw a pass interference.
Well, sometimes you got to. Adams takes snap, drops, and lets it fly.
He's there.
He's got a man.
He's there. He
man
caught
number
it.
17.
He freaking caught that ball.
McLaren, again, he has been the go-to guy.
That's to the 30. That's to the 42. That's a 32-yard completion on third down in the next state.
Okay, number 77, Osborne can breathe again.
He may not ever get to play again.
Yeah, he may not get to play again, but
oh,
now,
wait a minute. They moved it. They moved it up, so it was actually a 34-yard completion, Coach. Wow.
Man, he just let it fly, and
Well, they ran stop and goes on both sides.
I felt like the Seahawks did a good job of trying to contain him right there. Don't let him outside. Make him throw the ball.
Well,
and he did.
I was watching down here at number 5, and he did a little stutter and go, and I think if they would have come down here, they might have had a little bit more than 34, if you get my meaning, Coach.
I hear you. They're probably going to come back to that. I'm sure somebody saw it.
Well, I saw it. I don't get to yell down at the sideline.
We got him. Quick throw.
Picked.
Oh, almost. Intended for the big fella right there, number 88 for Oak City. Almost picked off by number 2, Brown, one of the linebackers for the Seahawks. He's one of their defensive standouts. But, Oak City lives to play another down. Going to bring up 2nd and 10, though, which is a good place to find yourself for your defense. Offensively, not so much.
The way these guys, they're waiting for it to be 3rd and 65 so they can get the first.
3rd and 65 so they can chunk it down the field. Uh-oh. Is this number 17 down here? All by his lonesome? That's where they're going.
No, it's going to be
false
second.
Start.
That's the 11th penalty of the first half, Coach.
Okay, now while I do believe that the offensive player moved, the problem is the defensive player, when he stomped, crossed over the football, and that's what we call encroachment.
That would be a neutral zone infraction, and in the spirit of the NFL rules.
Yeah, I would have been upset about that one.
And it came from a guy that can't see it.
Because all I watch when I'm watching a game, my focus is the big guys.
Mm-hmm. I'm watching everything else, Coach.
Well, that works out for us.
Yeah, that's the way we do it.
Doubles look for Oak City.
Golly, you're kidding me.
Oh, my goodness. Come on, man. Come on, get in the game. Get in the game. Golly. How do you screw it up out there? You're looking at the ball. You shouldn't even be able to hear anything.
2nd and 20.
Oh, my Lord. And so you have a huge strike. You're sitting pretty. Back-to-back penalties. I'm just glad if I was on the sideline right now, my headset would be broken. A headset, probably a clipboard, a couple pins.
A flag kicked.
Yeah, a flag kicked. Not my proudest moment, but it's happened. Doubles look right here. Looks like they're going to send for the Seahawks. They do. They get pressure, are able to hit McAdams.
McLaren, Coach. If he was able to catch that, he's got it's got a little bit of room to the sideline right there. I like the call.
He stuck one of those big paws out there, but wasn't able to drag it down. He's a good-sized receiver, man.
He is.
That guy has found the weight room.
Looks like he played somewhere other than semi-pro before he got here.
Yeah, I think so. I'll tell you what, yeah, that's good to see. You see guys out there shaking hands, and that if we can remember that this is a game. I'm all about being competitive, but it's just a game. It is just a game.
Until you get 3 personal foul penalties.
It's all fun and games until somebody gets 3 personal foul penalties on one play.
I mean,
I'm surprised they only threw one on Osborne because he really did push everybody on the Seahawks team.
Well, they threw 2 on him.
They did throw 2 on him.
They got double. They might have set the record for penalties in a half.
Is he back in the game yet?
No, he's standing on the sideline over there.
Is he? I don't see him. There he is.
He's over there, Coach. He's ruining the decisions that he has made.
Is he out there pointing at people?
I have no idea.
That's amazing. I love watching the sideline action. He's actually pointing at somebody. That's hilarious.
If I ever get back in there, I'm going to flatten you.
Yeah. If I get back in there, I'm going to personal foul you too. You and your little dog, too.
I hope that he doesn't hear this broadcast and come searching for us.
Man, you know, I'm like, come on, man. It's funny. Come on, laugh.
I'm going to stand behind you. You're big.
Yeah, I'm just going to be like, come on, man.
If he hits me, I'm going to do the Oscar award-winning acting job and lay down.
Yeah, the good news, I've been hit really, really, really hard before and managed not to fall, so I'm okay.
I hope they just run all verticals right here and throw it as deep as they can.
Okay. Got a doubles look. Kind of got an H-back look on his right side with a big fella. He shuffles around. McAdams rolls to his right. He's got some space, looking for a blocker.
He ain't got that much space.
And no, sir. He takes exception to a little bit of a push in the back right there.
Is there a penalty flag somewhere that I don't see?
There's a penalty flag on the Oak City sideline.
What do we got here?
He's calling offsides.
Oh, so they're going to get a redo on this. So that was a do-over.
Mulligan.
That's the fourth penalty on Garden City. Garden City has, Coach, listen to this. Garden City has 4 penalties for 30 yards. All right, 4 for 30. I can't even do the math on this. I mean, it's 12 penalties in the first half. Outside of Covenant, I've never seen things like this.
Yeah.
And, yes, we're talking about you, Covenant and Macon. We still remember.
You know what? I like Coach Oxford, but the referees, not so much.
So we got 3rd and 15. There's a minute 38 left.
That same look doubles big man over here, and there he goes right down the pipe. The big man running down the seam. McAdams is not going to get away. He's not going to get away. Huge play right there for the Garden City Seahawks.
That's the 3rd sack of the half, Coach.
To be able to corral McAdams, because that is an undertaking. I'm sorry, Malik Adams. I keep calling him McAdams.
Yeah.
I keep trying to make him Scottish, like all great people.
Now, I'm going to ask this question because I'm an offensive guy. You know, Garden City has a timeout left. Why did they not take it?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I think this might be a management issue. I think they might be just excited they got out of that one. Because after that big completion to McLaren, ball skips on the ground. Nobody even realizes the play is going, I don't think.
That's a great punt.
But that rugby kick is a good one. Going to be fielded at about the 18-yard line. There he goes down the left sideline. He's got some help.
Where do they mark him out at?
That's going to be just north of the 50. Going to be about the plus 47.
That's right.
That's Miles on the return right there. Coach, nice return by Miles.
Coach, he kicked that from the line of scrimmage was the 32.
Yeah.
And he caught that ball down here at the 20, so that's 48 yards.
Great punt. That ball bounces. Looks like we got somebody down. A battle between the Garden City Seahawks and the Oak City Lions. We have got us a barn burner here, fellas. We got 33 seconds left in the first half, and the Garden City Seahawks lead by 10.
And they still have a timeout left, Coach. So, you know, if they would have taken that timeout, they would give themselves a little bit more time. But they've still got it in their back pocket right here.
Stack doubles. Quarterback drops, getting pressure.
Picked.
Slings it out.
Oh, my word.
Tries to throw it to a defensive back for Oak City. Again.
Oh, my word.
If he would do something other than run backwards. If he would actually take a quarterback drop, that would be tremendous.
Do you mean that's not in the quarterback book?
I understand that he's nervous. I would be nervous too if Fashad Hunter was running after me. I would be nervous as well. But if he'll take his drop and then step underneath that and set his feet and fire a football, he can flip the scoreboard because he can absolutely spin that ball.
Coach, he almost flipped the scoreboard for the wrong team on that one.
Yeah, because that was 6 the other way.
If 27 would have known that there wasn't anybody behind him, I think he thought somebody was standing behind him that was going to pick it off. Either that or that was just a severe lack of awareness, because if he makes a play on the ball, there's no one there. He's sitting out there by himself, and he got the gift of all gifts.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
33 seconds left, and that guy dropped back and threw me the ball. and he didn't catch it.
All right, here we go. 16 seconds left in the half.
That play didn't take 17 seconds, Coach.
They move Armstrong back to quarterback.
Uh-oh, this is a trick. This is a trick. It's some kind of double pass screen throwback.
You got a funky doubles look. You got kind of a weird stack over here to the left. A traditional like slot type set out to the right-hand side.
Oh, it's not.
Quarterback drops. He
got him.
He lets it fly down the right side of the field. He's got a man
Nice play.
broken up. Nice defense. Ball's thrown a little short. If he can lead him right there, maybe if he throws that ball a little earlier, they have something.
That was a great pass breakup right there.
That ball was intended for number 7, Miles, thrown by Armstrong right there. I still think if Armstrong lets that one fly a little bit earlier, they got something. He's going to have to give Miles a ball he can run up underneath because that cat's got wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And I do appreciate the fact that number 73 looks like he has shorts on. I would have loved to have been able to get away with that when I played.
He's got the GC Seahawks jams.
That's great, jams. You took me back right there on that. Are they OP?
Original jam.
Are those Ocean Pacific? All right, here we go. Doubles look. There's a snap. Quarterback rolls to the right. There's going to be a change of quarterback again. He throws across the middle. It's going to be complete.
First down. Timeout with 4 seconds left.
Okay, going to have a throw to the end zone right here.
That's a great call.
You know, you got a chance to make a throw to the end zone now.
That was
a legit throw.
That was a great call.
That ball brought down by Quarles, the big tight end. That guy's been clutch for him.
15 yards right there, Coach.
That big old line doing a pretty good job of protecting.
That wasn't bad right there.
Going to be some personnel changes right here for the Garden City Seahawks.
Now, here's where, if you're my man Hunter, this play cannot happen.
Okay, they bring number 4 in at quarterback.
I mean, this play cannot get off. You got to go get him.
They're going to leave a blocking back in with him. He's already at about 7 yards. He drops to about 13, lets it fly down the right sideline. It's going to be picked at about a 2-yard line. There he goes. He cuts back across the field. He's over to the right side, and he's going to be brought down. And the Seahawks are able to save what could have been a huge gift for the Lions. I can hear Mr. Hunter. It's funny. I'm sitting in the press box, and I can hear Mr. Hunter yelling at people. I really appreciate him.
He's having fun.
That cat is animated.
Mm-hmm. All right, gentlemen, 15 minutes on the clock. It's halftime here at Finley Stadium, Davenport Field. Your score, the Garden City Seahawks 24, the Oak City Lions 14. This is the Independent American Football League Championship 2018. We'll see you right back after halftime.
A brand new league this year. We had about 30 teams. It ended up being about 30. It's from covers the areas of North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia. And it's our first year, of course, and this is our first championship game. It's been a great season. We couldn't be prouder of the teams. The teams turned out to be a lot better than we thought, and we're just trying to build it. Year one was good. We'll be better next year.
Are there any sponsors you'd like to take a chance to thank?
Absolutely. Phantom Horse is our sponsor. They're actually right next door to our office in Rock Springs, Georgia. They're a brewery, and they started the brewery about the time I started doing the league, and I thought it was just a natural fit to kind of grow with them. Just the attitude they have is really cool. We go eat there probably about 5 nights a week because it's next door, so they've been an outstanding sponsor.
How did you come about to be here at UTC?
Well, back in 2009, I had my own semi-pro team called the Tennessee Crush, and this is where we played our home games. And the guys loved it. We won a league championship here, and then 3 years later won a national championship. And so I love the facility. It's turnkey, and it's just it's like being home again, being at this game. It's really cool.
Well, I know it's a beautiful place. We really enjoyed coming up here. You know, Chattanooga's such a great.
Tanner here from Brew Chat. Today I'm headed down to Rock Spring, Georgia to see my buddy Skip Welsh, who's half the brains behind Pie Slingers Pizzeria and Phantom Horse Brewing, and he's going to give us a little tour.
Hey guys, how are you?
He's going to give us a little bit of a tour. I'm going to try to just capture us both here with this one microphone, but he's going to give us a little bit of tour of their brewing. They're down here. Where exactly? It's sort of in between Chickamauga
And Lafayette.
Porto and Lafayette.
Yeah.
So is this?
We're right on Highway 27 South as you come
Yeah.
out of Chickamauga, about 3 miles down on the left. Can't miss us. Considered Rock
Cool.
Spring, but we like to identify with Chickamauga. So.
Okay. But yeah, show us what you got here, man. Because we came down here, me and my buddy Micah here, who's running the camera, we came down here maybe 2 weeks ago, and I'd never heard of it. Came down here, was super impressed, and really dope pizza. Show us what you got here.
You got it.
Yeah.
So we are inside Pie Slingers Pizzeria, and of course we had to take up as small a footprint as possible. What we use is a Blickman 2-barrel system. Now it's 2-barrel once we add these rings that sit on top of the kettles. So we've got 55-gallon kettles with a 55-gallon extension, gives us 110 gallons, thus the 2-barrel. It's really a big homebrew system. So we use a RIMS, or a recirculated infusion mash system, and it starts with hot water, our grain, which are mills in the back there. Then we mash here, our mash tun, and then our boil kettle. So if you brewed it all, or if you're a home brewer at home, you're going to use something very, very, very similar. The larger systems don't have the recirculating part. They'll have a mash paddle that constantly recirculates the mash inside the kettle. We're not that fancy yet, so.
What amazes me is, like, not knocking your system here, it's just way smaller than I would have expected for the selection you have out there.
Yes.
Because, I mean, you've got, like, I don't know how many's out there right now, 15, 16, I guess, and then you had about 20 when I was here the other time, so.
Well, we love small batches.
Yeah.
So you'll see buckets all around the brew house. And when I show you the fermentation chamber, we've got a lot of small batch stuff coming.
Yeah.
We brewed a really cool IPA with Fuggle hops because nobody uses Fuggle hops for IPA, and we decided to call it Fug It. So it's going to be fun. So that is our brew house, where you walk into most places and there's a big walkway. We don't have a walkway. We've got a little scaffold that we use.
Yeah.
But that's our 2-barrel brew house system. Then we move into the fermenters, and we've got what we use are Blickman fermenters. The 2 barrels are in the back with the extension in the middle. Otherwise, they're 2 pieces. And then we just upgraded to the 2 4-barrel fermenters that we had to move our wall for here in the last week or so.
What do you guys? What do you got in there right now?
Nothing right now. We haven't plumbed those up yet. They're glycol cooled, so we're still in the process of getting everything plumbed up and ready to go. And then we have 2 bright tanks. So that's where we actually finish the beer. We just moved our guest brew for the new guest brew into this bright tank. It's going to be an oatmeal stout called Survivalist Oatmeal Stout, or SOS, by Greg Brazier there in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And excited about that one. So,
well, tell me a little bit about that, because that's one of the neatest things I thought you guys had going on down here, among a lot of other things. But this,
the guest brew,
the guest tap thing.
Yeah. So we've heard a lot of places that do that, and what they'll do is either have a contest where people submit their recipes in a finished form, and then they pick the winner, and then they get to brew on a system. We don't do that.
Yeah.
If you like it and you're a home brewer, we want you to come brew with us. We used to do 20-gallon batches. Now we're going to a barrel. So it's more than a home brewer would normally ever brew. You get to come in here and do it the way we do it, which is pretty cool for the most part. But we don't ask you to submit anything. If you do, that's great. We love drinking beer. But if you don't, as long as it's a recipe you like, we always want that tap to be somebody that just brews at home.
No, and I like that, because, I mean, I was just talking to Brian here about how there's a lot of talent locally, but you can't really get representation of any kind, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then we're hoping it's kind of like a rock band. The bigger the following for the home brewer, the more people we have come down to buy beer.
Yeah. No, for sure. And you guys do growlers and stuff too.
We do.
So,
we have a crowler machine. We do growlers. We also have the U-kegs available here that I haven't seen around town yet, that are 64-ounce pressurized growler.
Yeah, those fancy pony kegs.
Yes, nice Christmas present.
Yeah. No, they actually are. I would love to have one of those. Yeah, anybody out there? Those are great.
So that's it. We use a computer program that runs our mash profile once we get everything put in, Beersmith, that most home brewers I know of are using. If they don't, they should. It's not very much money at all for the program. And then our grain bin, we keep most of the grain stored in that wooden shed right here beside the room. And then all our fermentation is actually in here. So we're small.
Yeah.
We have to be inventive because we have limited resources. So what we do is we lined our little room here, and we put an air conditioner in the corner. And this is some of our small batch stuff we've got coming, and then we've got a fermenter in the corner, dry hopping our double barrel.
So what bit you with it though? What got you started? Homebrew, yeah. The science of it, yeah.
So my degree is in environmental science with a concentration in biology, and when you really dig into it, you realize this biology, chemistry, there's a whole lot going on. I just kept trying to improve it. And then that was it too. You make one bad batch, and then you fight for the rest of them to find out what you did wrong and why. Yep. And I think it was that pursuit of trying to make a better beer. I just kept brewing more beer, and here we are.
And it's a never-ending effort.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and we've learned things just in the last couple of weeks that have improved our processes. So, I think you never can learn enough, right? The day you stop learning is the day you die.
Yeah, I love that, yeah.
Yeah, so I think as we continue to grow, we'll learn more, we'll do more, and try to continue to make it just a little bit better. If we can do that, we're on the road to success.
The Independent American Football League, the IAFL.
Halftime analysis here at Finley Stadium, Davenport Field. The Independent American Football League halftime recap. Gentlemen, take it away.
Well, thank you, Bo. Coach Collins, we just watched a very interesting first half.
Indeed.
I would say that it's probably one of the more enjoyable first halves we've seen all year.
Oh, no doubt.
So let's look at some of this. The game opened up, and it was a whirlwind for the Seahawks, and they jumped out to an 18-0 lead. Started on there. They got a 3-and-out. They hit a 48-yard touchdown pass. Stopped them again. Came back. Had a 20-yard run on a third down for a touchdown, then had a big 41-yard fumble return for a touchdown, and then ended the half with a 3-yard run to get to their 24-0. They haven't converted a conversion yet. For Oak City, it's a little bit different. They struggled early, and they looked, as you said and aptly put, in a panic mode, but they were able to come back. They had a 25-yard scramble for a touchdown, and then they hit a 19-yard completion on third down for a touchdown and got it back to 18-14 before that touchdown with just over 4 minutes to go in the second quarter gave us our halftime score of 24-14. For the Seahawks, here are the stats for the first half. They ran the ball 13 times for 57 yards and 2 touchdowns. They threw it 12 times. Completed 5 for 105 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. But the interception was desperation at the end of the half.
Right.
So, they converted 67% of their third downs. All right, that's an astronomical number. They didn't attempt a fourth down in the half. They were in the red zone twice, converted both times. They punted once for 46 yards. They didn't have a conversion on a 2-point conversion or an extra point kick. So, it could be 28-0 right now, or it could be 32-0 or 32-14 right now. But they've really struggled in that game, and that fit the special teams and notification from their coach. They've averaged starting at their own 48-yard line. They had 7 first downs, and they only committed 4 penalties for 30 yards. Their defense was stout. They had 2 tackles for a loss for 5 yards, and 3 sacks for 26 yards lost. Okay. They had a fumble return for 41 yards and a touchdown. They had 2 passes broken up. They had 2 kickoff returns that averaged 12 yards, and they had 1 punt return which averaged 33 yards. When you go back and look at the Oak City lines, the stats are pretty even. If you look, the fumble is the big, it's the the main thing that has caused the 10-point advantage for the Seahawks. Check these stats out, Coach. 11 rushes for 56 yards and a touchdown. Okay. 7 of 13 for 105 yards and a touchdown. They converted 43% of their third downs. They were 1 for 1 on fourth down. They were 1 and 1 in the red zone. They punted 3 times for 38 yards. They were 1 of 2 on conversions. They only had 4 first downs. All right. The huge stat of the half, outside of the turnovers, is penalties. 12 penalties for 80 yards. On defense, they had 2 tackles for a loss for minus 12 yards. They didn't have a sack. They did, however, have 4 hurries. They broke up 4 passes, and they did have a pick that was returned 23 yards. They had 5 kickoff returns for 22 yards. One of them was fumbled and returned 41 yards. And they had 1 punt return for 43 yards. They had another punt return that was called back. That was 82 yards for a touchdown. They were able to score on that drive, so it doesn't look as bad. But, you can think about the momentum you would have gained from an 82-yard punt return from a touchdown.
Changes the game.
So, we've got pretty even stats. The penalty stat is the one stat that's out of skew. But right now the game is pretty even. The fumble return for a touchdown has made this a much wider margin. So, if, and this is a big if Oak City can come out and keep their emotions in check, cut down on the penalties, we could be in for a really exciting finish right here.
Oh, no doubt, man. I'm expecting a good second half. We all know, though, that, the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, in many cases, determine the flow of the game.
It'll be interesting to see if, or let's start. It will be interesting to see what adjustments were made, or if any adjustments were made. If they felt good about what was going on, they just need to play it better. So it looks like we're getting ready to start this thing up, Coach.
All right. Let's get this thing going. Let's get this kicking game going.
Little kicking transition right now.
Delicious. It's called Blue Raz.
Gentlemen, y'all doing a great job tonight here at the Phantom Horse Championship Independent American Football League. Just excited about being out here for the Independent American Football League. The Lions versus the Seahawks. Any quick prognostications? What you think's going to happen, gentlemen?
I think it's going to get to the point where the Lions close the gap and the Seahawks are going to have a late touchdown to ice the game.
All right.
There it is.
Take it away, gentlemen.
And it's fielded up.
And that was not the way you start.
Do not reverse the
well,
run.
Oh, no.
And there.
Here we go, man.
God bless America. Come on, fellas.
14-yard kickoff return, but then the yellow rain has started to fall and more. It's going to be that kind of night, isn't it, Coach? It's a 14-yard kickoff return. They're going to get the ball at the 24. Now there's 37 penalties on the field.
He pointed towards Garden City.
The second flag couldn't have been for Garden City. He threw it right at.
So we're trying to wait and see.
Waiting on referees. Imagine that.
Yeah, go figure.
That guy's not marking it off from the right spot. Well, look at here.
Double personal fouls is what he called?
I'm not so sure. The Seahawks got a personal foul, Coach. Stop the presses. And they will.
That's a change.
So now when they had the ball at pretty decent field position, now they're going to start their own 12. And I'm going to say this. We talked about it earlier in the first half. Starting down deep, if they get a 3-and-out right here, the punt return is going to swing this game. But they got to stop them. They haven't stopped them at all.
Pro left eye.
Toss.
There's a snap, toss, weak side. He's got some room. He's got an edge.
Nice tackle.
Oh, nice job.
That's
by
a
the
really nice
to come
tackle.
up and make a play. It looked like Grubbs might have some extra right there. If that DB doesn't make that play, he's off to the races down the sideline. But nice first down play.
8 yards. But, hey, here's what's happening. And we've seen this before. Not to bring up a sore subject. They're not running the ball inside. Their best and most successful running plays have been quick hitters and tosses, and they keep blitzing through the A gap. They're not giving themselves a chance to be successful because I don't care if you tackle the quarterback after he tosses the ball.
Right, that's not important.
And here it comes again.
Quick.
Blasted.
Yep.
Blasted.
You cannot run where they're blitzing.
I mean, ran right into it.
You cannot run where they're blitzing. Comet, Cupid,
Donner.
Donner. None of that. It's not going to work.
So an 8-yard gain on first down.
I don't understand why you call that play and run into the teeth of the monster.
Well,
I don't get that.
Coach, sometimes you just get a little full of yourself, and you lose 3 right there, and you turn it into, third down, and not as short as it was. And they've been great on third down, but you don't want to keep, having to be I'm watching the quarterback run right here.
Doubles look, 4-man rush from Oak City.
There's a quarterback run.
And there he goes. He runs to the first man.
I think
he's going to be close.
If they spot it right there, if they spot it where this guy's got it spotted, it's not a first down.
It's close.
See what I'm saying?
It is close. Very close.
Now they're giving him the first down, so that was a –
Coach, he earned a first down.
He did. That was a 5-yard gain and a first down.
Armstrong, ran through one guy. We watched him run through like 5 people for that second touchdown. That was pretty amazing. The guy's quite an athlete.
5 of 7 on third down, Coach. That's a ridiculous number.
Those are numbers that win football games.
Those are video game numbers. I know that the stats are not gaudy for either team. They're pretty much even right now. But when you're executing at a high level –
well, they're not running backwards and kneeling down so you can pump up your offensive stats like you do on video games.
Oh, well, you want to throw them for 847 yards, but you only have 400 yards of offense?
Yeah. There's a snap.
Toss. Reverse.
And they've got some room. They can seal the edge right there. There
sealed.
it goes. And I'm pretty sure that was Miles on the reverse.
And he gained
close to 10.
Let's see where he's spotted him at, because right now this guy down here is not real sure where he's going to be.
He's confused.
But if they put it down right there, it should be another first down. It is.
I thought I saw him crying and looking at somebody going, I don't know who I am. So it's understandable.
You mean the referee or
the referee.
Or the defense?
The referee.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite stories. Guy comes off the field, Dick Buckets has just lit him up, and he's got one tear rolling down his face, and his buddy's like, what's wrong? He's like, I don't know who I am.
I'm telling you, man, you can call this. They're going to run. I mean, they're
just run outside. There's a snap.
There
Give on the zone. They're able to get a little space.
They're not just getting a little space, Coach. They're gashing these guys.
And they're chewing clock.
That's 6 more on first down, and
they're chewing clock, man.
Well, I mean, you've got a 10-point lead. You're running on what's going to be right now around a 4-minute drive, and you're sitting looking at 2nd and 4. So, I mean, you've already gotten 2 first downs to start this half, and you started at your own 12 after a bonehead penalty. But if you take this thing 88 yards, that's a dagger.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and literally, I'm looking at the lines right now. They have no idea what to do.
Well, even with just a touchdown, it becomes a 2-possession lead.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, they're clueless and lost over there.
Snap to Armstrong.
Screen.
He drops a little screen pass.
Nothing.
Oh, God.
That was great defense. That
the Siamese twins make the play.
That was a completion for nothing.
Mr. Hunter was like riding number 50's back. Like when he made the play right there, they looked like one person for just a second.
He was like, no, you will not throw the screen. I will take the screen. And now, hey, we'll be in third down again.
I mean, in their favor,
they've converted third downs.
They convert third downs.
Now, if I'm going to go ahead and say this, Coach. You know me, I'm not a big blitz guy. Somebody's got to come off this wide side edge right here. Got to have somebody coming off the edge looking for this quarterback. That's illegal, man. You can't do that. The quarterback can't do that. That's simulating a snap. That's exactly right.
There you go. Hey, you got one right, buddy. Good job out of you.
You cannot do that. You can't walk forward and do that. That's illegal.
Well, hey, let's go ahead and mark that down on the stat sheet. The White Hats 1 for 19.
At 9:49 to go in the third quarter of the final game of the year, a referee got one right. There we go.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yes, you can tell. My colleague and I, we are not big fans.
I'm a huge fan of referees who know the rules and do a great job.
To Willingham, we're speaking about you, my man.
Yes, indeed.
All right, this corner down here on our side, Coach,
he is rolled up awful
but
tight.
he has been rolled up all game. Talking to their sideline, he's churning.
And quick throw out to the right side to Miles.
And the corner made 23 is a player. I mean, a player.
He's not a very big guy, but he sure is scrappy.
That would be Jeff Simmons. He is what they call the rover. And right now, he is in their junk.
He said send somebody right over. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got news for you. They don't want no more of that. That guy's pretty
now, even though they did not convert that third down. They ate up 6 minutes.
No, Coach. They started at 15, so we're getting underneath. We're going to be closer to 7 minutes by the time they kick this thing, because they ain't going to kick it right now. If they do, it's a mistake. But they better cover, because this cat back here can run.
There's a snap. The kick barely gets away. And it takes a big bounce right there. Oh, he runs into his own player, and I think that might be the only thing that saves the touchdown, because if he hits the right side, it looked like the wall was set up over there.
It sure was, Coach. It was fixing to be 38 and out the gate.
Yeah, that guy was fixing to be G-O-N-E, you know what I'm saying?
That was a 41-yard punt too, Coach. I've been really impressed with the special teams play tonight outside of converting after the touchdown.
Right.
There have been looks like there's been a concerted effort to coach it, and they've done well. The punters have been competent and actually have blasted a couple. It's been nothing like we've seen all year.
Right.
And that's why these teams are playing in this game, I think.
I would agree with that.
I mean, you wonder how many games these guys won because their special teams were just better than the other team's special teams.
We watch it all the time, where it's the Achilles heel of so many good teams.
All right. Let's see what Malik Adams has up his sleeve right here.
I'm thinking a run, a scramble.
And I got a little different. We're going to get a little H-back look.
So you got trips over here. Got trips over here to the left side.
Tight end's on now. We're good.
Tight end trips. There's a snap. Give off the weak side right there, off the right side. And he gets yoked pretty quick. It's going to be a short pickup right there.
Looks like they gained about 3.
Mike Easton on the carry.
Coach, did you see anything different right there off the bat? You notice anything different about the front?
It's 4 guys instead of 5.
It looked like there was 3. They've slid a guy to the nose.
Odd fronts, man. Cover the center.
They're giving him a little 33 stack look right here. Look at that.
Mixing it up on him.
That's illegal. That's offsides.
Yeah, that's defense.
That is offsides.
Back him up.
Nice job. Well, everything we said about the first half has turned tail and gone the other way over here.
What's the debate about?
There is no debate. It was offside.
Okay, you called it. No, I called it. No, it's definitely going that way. Okay, we're going the right direction. Okay, now I got to walk off 5 more yards, right?
No, it's only 5 yards. You mean 5 more?
I see Tweedledee. Is Tweedledum out there somewhere?
He might be. Now
I love the fact that number 88 has the back plate. That's great.
Coach, if somebody hits him in his back and they hit that plate, that's what you call a buffet.
There's a snap. Quick inside give. Oh, good.
Looked like he had the first down, but I don't think he got it.
I mean, that's going to be close.
Real close. But I think he only gained – he got 2, but he didn't get the 2.5.
I think that's going to bring up third down, third and short right there.
It is.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Actually, 3rd and less than 1.
It's a very short one, Coach.
Lots of jokes there.
Easy.
Here we go.
No, this is where being in a spread offense sometimes is a hindrance to you, because right now they're going to just overload you at the point of attack. Zone read would be a great call right here.
Trips left. Right guard started early.
And he didn't get the first down. I don't know where this referee is going, but it ain't right there either, dude. What?
The right guard absolutely started early.
Oh, there's no question, Coach.
You can't do that.
I don't know. They just
where I come from, we have somebody that watches stuff like that.
They're called referees, Coach.
I mean, I'm just saying, not taking anything away from these guys.
Well, you're going 4th down. This is pretty much you're telling yourself right now, we got to do something right here. You're down 2. It's 4th down.
Yeah, but it's a 2-possession game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure I go for this one.
I wouldn't. I would punt this.
And I'm expecting a quarterback run.
I am too.
Out here to the left side. Because you got trips. Look, tight end trips. There's a snap. Quick give around the right side. He's
First
got
down.
the edge. It's going to be a first down.
That's a nice play.
I can't believe they let him get the edge right there.
9 yards, Coach. That was a great call. Oh, wait a minute. Let me take that back. Not 9 yards. 11 yards. So
nice carry right there by Mike Easton.
I apologize for saying that was a 9-yard gain. I'm watching this side judge down here on our sideline, and he is as clueless as anyone I've ever seen. He just walks to a spot on the field and starts holding up his hands.
It's a good spot.
He has no.
How about right here?
If he's getting paid for this game, he's stealing money.
How's right here strike you? All right, here we go. They're sticking with this tight end trips. Look, it's kind of a funky formation. It's hard to line up to sometimes. Seahawks playing way off over here on this left side.
Dude.
Quarterback rolls. He's getting lots of pressure.
If it was two-hand tag, he was down. And that guy's open. That's a great play.
McLaurin. I think I'd cover that guy.
Dude, that was scramble drill. That was scramble drill.
However, when you allow the quarterback out of the pocket,
Coach,
can everybody hear me? When you allow the quarterback out of the pocket, the DBs have to cover for a much longer period of time. It is next to impossible. Can somebody take a note downstairs?
It's on the way. We got carrier pigeons. We're so high up. We'll just send it down.
We can use crows like in Game of Thrones. All right, here we go.
I mean, I'm enjoying this. We've seen a little change in the formation, a little change in philosophy. We got a different running back in.
Here we go. Tight end trips. He just flipped sides on us.
Now he flipped back.
And they're moving back.
You got the greatest socks on the field, too.
There's a snap. Quick give on the inside. And
he gained about.
Everybody knew where that was going.
Nothing. Maybe we'll give him a nudge ahead for 1 yard.
The nudge. Second down and nudge.
That last play was a 16-yard completion, and it was a thing of beauty. So
that McLaurin guy, McLaren, is it McLaurin?
Who knows, Coach? We're just doing the best we can.
Yeah.
That guy's a player.
What's the guy's name? McFerrin. That's what I'm calling McFerrin.
Bobby McFerrin?
Like Bobby McFerrin.
Well, he should be happy with his play tonight.
Reggie Roby in the backfield. Number 24. Tight end trips to the left. Adams drops. Throws. Okay, I'm not sure what the debate's about.
I think he's just talking to their sideline.
Okay, I don't. Okay.
Yep.
I think the Oak City sideline was looking for a flag, and the cornerback was flabbergasted they would even ask that.
I was kind of with them on that. That looked like I will say this, they've got something on that play, but that throw's got to be much better because he's open.
Yeah.
I don't care what they think down there. He's open. Get the ball up. Give him a chance to come to the ball with that guy sitting on his outside. I mean, I literally would line up again and throw this ball. I'd run that guy down. I'd run him right down the post. And I know they got two safeties sitting in the middle of the field, and I know he's going to cheat over at him, but I'm going to make them play it because they haven't played it all night.
Well, there's a snap. I'm not sure Adams was ready for that one.
But he's open, Coach.
But they broke contain again, and there he goes.
And Adams for 15.
And, if you're not going to contain the guy, if you're not going to maintain rush lane integrity, he is going to run wild.
Coach,
over and over again.
Coach, that was one of those things where he's been wheeling out, getting to the outside. That time the guy stayed outside, but they had everybody else pinned. And it
ran up underneath.
And it was a straight line. And with that guy's quicks, that's the worst thing about it. If you're making him run sideline to sideline, it still looks embarrassing, but you're making him run. And, yes, your guys have to cover for 7, 8, 10, 12 days. He's running left right here. He's running left.
Yep, got a trips bunch look.
All right, maybe not. They sent motion.
Bring motion from left to right. There's a snap.
Good
He's
Lord.
going to roll right.
Throw it to him.
Throws it.
Touchdown.
That's going to be a touchdown.
Wow.
Is that McLaren again? Trying to catch a
Number
number
5,
number
Coach.
5. Right there in the end zone.
That was a 16-yard touchdown. They've completed 2 passes this half, and they've both been for 16 yards.
And now it's 24-20.
You know, they've got 4 first downs in this half. They had 4 first downs the whole first half.
Well, that's what they call progress.
No, it's impressive. I'll give them that much. You know, this is interesting right here. Now, if it gets to 24-22, you know, right here, I haven't seen anybody empty the backfield out, but we're fixing to get a little, tight end with trips to the field. This would be a great thing to run the quarterback over here, like he's going to run the sweep the other side and then throw the sucker out to the tight end on the other side.
There he is. He's rolling. He evades pressure and throws it into the dirt.
Ooh, well, that didn't work.
But they've brought it down to a 4-point lead.
Coach, this is fun. It's 2:19 to go, and we got ourselves a real football game.
There's no doubt about that. Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick listen from our sponsors. Phantom Horse Brewery. We'll be right back. Back to Finley Stadium here at Davenport Field at beautiful University of Tennessee, Chattanooga for the Independent American Football League National Championship. The Garden City Seahawks versus the Oak City Lions.
Oak City just completed a 6-minute drive capped off by a 16-yard touchdown pass, and we got a kickoff.
There's a low kickoff field at about the 17-yard line. It's going to be brought around the right side by the Seahawks. They've got a little room. Going to fight through. He stays on his feet. Oh, man, what a return. Is that my man? Who is that? Number 8?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's Stallings. That's Stallings right there on the return for the Seahawks. Great return. That's what they needed after you let somebody drive down and score because you refuse to contain the quarterback. That's what you need right there. You need some offensive spark.
Coach, they averaged 12 yards a kick return in the first half. Their first kick return this half was 14. That one was 42.
Well,
however you get it done, you get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, this game has 3 facets.
It's fast?
Indeed.
Okay. All right, after that 6-minute drive, realistically the Seahawks need to do something right here to keep their defense off the field and let them regroup.
Armstrong in the gun, quick give up the gut, and sniffed out.
Nothing. 0.
Somebody just, yeah, he's yelling. So I should have known it was Mr. Hunter.
Yes. Mr. Hunter has made his presence felt.
And if anybody was wondering who made the play, he typically runs out to midfield. So, I joke because sometimes I tell the guys before the game, I'm like, hey, man, turn and show me your number. I will say because sometimes it's hard to see the numbers.
He's showing everybody his number, Coach.
Yeah. Armstrong in the gun, doubles to either side. There's a snap. Quarterback run.
Oh, he's throwing
pulls up. He's got a
wide
man wide
open.
open. There he goes. He's got one man to make miss.
Touchdown.
And he does it. Touchdown, number 10. Gave him a little juice right there at the end. DB came flying over, and that's the thing about flying over. You slide through like a drunk through saloon doors, and he just runs into the end zone.
Coach, that was a RPO with the quarterback, and a great call.
That was nice, and he seems to have something stuck in his teeth. He keeps motioning.
You mean he's not eating soup?
Yeah. Like, he's hungry. Somebody give him something. I feel you, buddy. I feel you.
That was great.
All right. Okay, well, but just like that, it's a 10-point lead again. Now, let's see if they can tack on 2 right here. This would be a big 2-point conversion.
Yes, because it would make it a 2-point game, and as hard as it's been to get conversions in this game, with 1 minute and 2 seconds left, that makes,
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. Doubles, tight end doubles. Quarterback scrambling. Armstrong rolls right. He's going to try to get in. No. He pulls up and throws, and he's got Miles in the back of the end zone. Miles is standing on the end line just waiting on it.
First conversion of the game in the 5th attempt.
Welcome back here to Finley Stadium at Davenport Field. Beautiful University of Tennessee Chattanooga for the Independent American Football League National Championship. The battle between the Garden City Seahawks and the Oak City Lions. The Seahawks just got an end zone, and now there's the kick. And it's going to be fielded at about the 25. He's got up the middle, and there's laundry on the ground. I'll tell you what, they're fixing to have to change the state color of Tennessee to yellow.
The yellow rain is falling.
Got a little posturing happening out there on the field. Come on, fellas, just play. Let's
face mask.
Face mask on the Seahawks. So another gift for the Lions.
Wow.
I think what we might get ready to witness is some score trading.
Hey, I'm all in favor of. You know me, I'm an offensive guy. I'd much rather watch, people scoring it be 51-48 than to be 7-6.
I will say most of America would agree with you. I like really good defensive play, but
wow, that was the longest penalty in the history of mankind.
Well, he thought they said 50, not 15. He's confused.
Confused?
Yeah.
Well, now they get to start it there at the Seahawks 43, Coach. This is
it's a pretty good field position.
You know where the Seahawks started on their last position after the score?
43, I think.
43, that's right, Coach. Exactly right.
All right, trips left. And the receiver steps on to make a legal formation. Motion from left to right. There's a snap.
Wheel route.
Adams rolls to his right, throws downfield, has a man, and he's wrapped up, and they run him out of bounds.
I thought it was going to be the wheel route. It was the smash route.
Nice catch by McLaren. Again, I think I would cover that guy. I'm just saying.
That's an 18-yard completion right there, Coach. And just like that, I mean, they're right back down in there. I mean, it's
they're knocking at the door yet again.
Time runs under 30 seconds here in the third quarter.
And trips left. Flex tight end out to the right. Motion from left to right. There's a snap. Adams rolls right.
Going to the middle. That's
throws
pass
across the middle.
Pass
and
interference.
They're going to call pass interference.
Cut the route off.
I think that was McLaren that got interfered with.
Dude, McLaren is putting on a clinic running routes. They just ran smash, and he went to the corner. He set the guy up inside and went back to the corner. That route, they ran corner post on that route. Dude, he set the guy up the corner, and that guy had no chance. He had to do what he did, or it was going to be a touchdown.
Good job. Does anybody notice that the referees have on Nike shorts and Adidas shoes? I'm just saying. All right, here we go. Well, the Oak City Lions have just gotten into the Phantom Horse Brewery red zone.
And that was that was a 18-yard penalty.
So you got trips to the left right here. You got a tight end out to the right. Adams in the gun.
Something
okay.
about that
yeah. You got to snap the ball before everybody moves, fellas.
Why?
Yeah. Adams jumping up and down, slapping the ball. That's great.
But why do you have to snap it before they move? I thought this was Canada.
Yeah, man, you can't do that. This ain't no Canuck football.
The Canuck football.
Yeah. If you wanna snap the ball before everybody moves, for got people moving forward, you're gonna have to get used to maple syrup and cold weather.
And Molson.
Strong beer, maple syrup is the only thing that country has to offer. Because I don't like hockey.
Is 17 sitting on the backside, or is he in the slot right here? Because if he's in the slot right here, I'd be really.
Trips, that's him in the slot. Adams trying to get out, and he runs into a sack. I don't know that he saw him. I think his eyes were downfield, and he never even saw the defensive end. I think he was still blocked.
Yeah, he was.
But he's able to come off right there and make the play.
Now, see, here's the worst thing that could have happened. It's 2nd and goal, Coach. Because it was 1st and goal at the 9. Then you had a 5-yard penalty. Now you have a 3-yard sack, so it's 2nd and goal from the 17.
Well, anyways, that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a quick listen from our sponsors down there at Phantom Horse Brewery.
Where's that again?
In beautiful Rock Springs, Georgia. All right, welcome back here to Finley Stadium at Davenport Field. Yeah, baby.
All right. 2nd and goal from the 17, Coach.
Where's that noise coming from? There we go. Somebody's got a megaphone down there. You got a bunch look out to the right-hand side. Adams rolls to his right, fires a strike to McLaren, and somebody zigged where they should have zagged on that one.
They had that played really well.
I tell you what, it's been a fun night here at Finley Stadium here at Davenport Field at the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. We really appreciate them hosting the Independent American Football League National Championship. This battle tonight has been between the Garden City Seahawks and the Oak City Lions, and it has been just that, a battle.
Coach, I think the clock operator's ready to go home.
They let my man Osborne back in.
He's back in?
Yep. Hopefully he doesn't go on some sort of personal foul spree again.
That's Tollyism?
Tollyism. All right, they line up. It's tight end doubles. Adams in the gun. There's a snap. Quick give, and it is sniffed out in a hurry. He's going to get run backwards, and there's helmets gone. Nice play right there. They tried to give it to Easton. He was going to try to scoot around the side, and he's going nowhere.
Man. Eesh.
Yeah, I'm watching this kid warm up on the sideline. Work on your steps, bro.
That's a 6-yard loss, Coach.
If this guy would take a regular drop, he could be really effective.
Well, this plays right into what,
So now we're at fourth and goal. Fourth and goal.
Yes, sir, Coach.
Seriously?
4th and goal.
All right, doubles. Adams in the gun. There's a snap. Adams rolls to his right.
Give him a chance down here in the corner.
He's going to take it for himself.
He's going to score.
Oh, my word. Oh, my word.
24 yards on 4th and Ringgold. All right.
That's just embarrassing. I tell you what, man. I would be going ballistic right now.
But you never go ballistic, Coach.
Like a 24-yard quarterback scramble is the kind of thing that would make me lose my mind.
Wow, Coach. It's
that's just And it's because everybody stayed back in coverage, and I get that, and you only had a 3-man rush. I understand.
I mean, I would have stayed back in coverage too because it was 4th and 24.
But once he crosses the line of scrimmage,
come hammer him.
Go get him. Doubles. There's snap. Adams rolls to his right. Fires into the ground.
He was trying to go to McLaren again, Coach, and they just tackled him.
That's why that 2-point conversion was so big. Now they're still down by 6.
Yep, that's exactly true and correct.
Davenport Field here, beautiful. University of Tennessee, Chattanooga for the Independent American Football League National Championship. And there's the kick. And it's a low dribbler, and everybody just looks around at it. And finally somebody picks it up, and there he goes. He's heading around the left side. He comes back in the middle. He's got some space. There he goes, baby. There he goes all the way. That's got to be my man Miles. Nobody else has got wheels like that. He's tackled in the end zone, and it doesn't matter because he's in the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown.
78 yards, Coach.
Just like that. Just like that. He says, hey there, Oak City, stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Coach Collins, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If we have a guy return a kickoff and he does that at the end of it, what happens?
Oh, the amount of running that will occur. Actually, running is not as effective as rolling, although it is the championship game, and maybe that's why he went with this.
Yeah, I don't have anything to do tomorrow. You can't discipline me.
Yeah.
Are they going to kick this?
So Miles takes it to the house.
Wow.
Giving Garden City another 12-point lead. Looks like they're lining up for a 2-point conversion right here. They were huddled so deep we thought they might kick it.
Coach, can I ask you a question?
Okay.
I just want to ask a question. Where do you go for 2 from?
The 3-yard line.
The ball's on the 2.
Okay, 2 for 2. You get 1
the
point.
The ball's not spotted right. It's the wrong yard line.
It's 1 point per yard. New rules. New rules. Gun look. Pro right. There's a snap. Armstrong is scrambling for everything he's worth. He cuts back, comes around. He's got time. Maybe somebody's going to get open. He's looking downfield, lets it fly, and throws it at the feet of somebody.
And somebody's hurt because they've got an illegal block in the middle right here.
Yep, I tell you what, man. And now they throw a flag.
No, they already had thrown the flag. I think he threw a flag.
Again.
Did they throw a flag on the guy for taking his helmet off on the field?
I don't know.
I see the big guy right there. That big Samoan cat was jawing at everybody, and that my assumption is that he's Samoan.
All right, they're going to force the penalty on the kickoff, so they got a kickoff from the 20. So, Coach, back-to-back kickoff returns for a touchdown?
Ooh.
Back-to-back kickoff returns for a touchdown.
Here we go.
I think the song is talking about cake by the ocean. I don't know what that means.
Cake by the ocean? What kind of cake would you eat by the ocean? I think cake's more of a pie kind of place.
Cake is more of a pie kind of place?
You know what I mean. The beach is more of a pie kind of place. You know what I meant. Don't do that to me.
I was listening, though. You always tell me I got to listen better.
You were listening. I always think of like Key West and, Key Lime. Yeah.
Nice.
And they were saying, you know what I'm saying?
Did their hands go up?
Their hands did go up.
After 78 yards.
I think they were waving them in the air like they just don't care. There's definitely some stuff happening.
I believe that.
All right, and they're going to kick off from the 20-yard line.
Wow.
And they're teeing it up. And I think I try to kick a low dribbler and give it to them at like the 35 or 40-yard line. Just because there's another guy for kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, if you kick it, if you can't kick it high enough to give your team a chance, squib the thing and let it bounce all around.
Kick it as hard as you can, about 8 feet off the ground.
Although they just did that and it went 78 yards for a touchdown.
True. And there's the kick, a high spinning kick. Going to drive the returner back to about the 25-yard line. And he's making people fall down. That's never a good sign. And
15-yard return.
Nice return, but they're going to have it at about the 40. I tell you what, that's a pretty good kickoff.
So, Coach, when you talked to Coach Wilson before the game, he said, and I quote, "I'm worried about my special teams."
Special teams have played pretty good so far. I'm not trying to jinx you, Coach, but so far so good.
Well, you got a kickoff return for a touchdown, and they picked up a fumble on kick coverage and ran it for a touchdown. Hey, you know what the score is? They're up by 12.
There it is.
Special teams, there's a reason why there's 3 parts of the game. If you don't take it seriously, you will lose.
There's no doubt about that. It's a third of the game.
All right, so 1st and 10 from their own 40 right here for the Lions. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the deck one more time and have something outlandish happen, like scrambling for 24 yards on 4th and goal from the 24.
Oh, my Lord. I would go crazy.
And after a rapid third quarter, Coach, the fourth quarter had started off at a snail's pace.
Adams in the gun, motion from left to right. Got a man
Corner
open in the
route.
flats, and it bounces off the ground. And everybody on the Seahawks team jumps on his back.
Sounds like the scene from The Replacements. Jump on his back.
Ball intended for number 81, Branch.
There's a joke there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use them.
Branch very popular in Oak City.
There you go.
All right. Here we go.
I was watching the route, Coach, and I didn't realize he had thrown the ball, but the corner, my Lord. They're going to come back and run it again right here. They're going to run the same play. He's going to come in motion. They're going to sprint to the right. They're going to throw smash, and he's going to throw the corner.
Adams in the gun, trips to his left side, single receiver out to his right.
Here it is.
Motion from left to right. There's a snap. He's getting pressure. He's flush from the pocket. He's on the move.
If he turns around.
He stops.
If he can get to the other side of the field.
He's coming back.
Oh, he's wide open down the field.
He's got blockers.
He's wide open down the field.
He's got blockers. Oh.
He ended up gaining, 4 yards on that? There's a dude standing with nobody around him in the end zone.
He ran like 125 yards to get 4.
And the guy on the down. Where are you going, Chain? Where are you going, Chain?
There you go, Skippy.
He did all that. He ran all that way.
Yep.
For 4.
For 4 yards.
I mean.
Like he for real ran like 150 yards. That guy, he's in great shape.
He's got to be because he's been, I mean, they've got like 9,747 hurries tonight. Every time they drop back, it's a hurry. I mean, we're not joking.
No, he's getting flushed quite a bit.
The nose guard materialized on the other side of the offensive line one time. I saw that. 3rd down and 6.
Doubles look for Oak City.
They gave it inside. If he gets
Quick give. Oh, nice play right there by the D tackle on the left side. That was a big play right there.
It was.
That was number 1, Scott, on that play. That was huge. Absolutely huge.
So now you got 4th down. You've got 4th down and about 3 right here, Coach.
Well, this is a huge play right here for Oak City and, for that matter, for Garden City Seahawks.
If the Seahawks get this stop right here, the game sets up the way they want it. They want to get in the eye. They want to run it at you. They want to make you say, ouch. Same way they started off the second half. That just feeds right into it.
Doubles. Lots of space over there on the left side, like maybe they're trying to set up a slant. Quick give.
That was not a good
He's
play
down.
call.
That was, yeah, I don't agree with that call.
That was not a good play call.
And I'm not sure what Easton's talking to the referee about. I don't understand that. I'm not sure what he's looking for. Maybe he thought he got face mask.
I have no idea. None.
You know, that's what you call a deer with no eyes. I have no idea. You know what you call a deer with no eyes and no legs?
I still have no idea. You can't leave me out on that one, buddy. I had to join in on that one.
It is late here in Chattanooga, and the clock is running.
10:23 on the clock,
I just want to thank Reginald Morris for that. He wrestled 140 as a freshman, and he would tell me jokes on the bus.
How do you get a one-armed man out of the tree?
Wave at him.
Yes, I'm out.
Wow. I'm speechless. And I'm talking while I'm speechless. Can you imagine that? Here it is.
There it is. You called it. They're back in the eye. And
right at him.
Just the ISO right up the gut. Gonna
3
be
yards.
good for about 3 yards. This is playing right into their hands, just like you said.
They're going to run that play and the toss until the clock hits 0.
If Garden City does not turn the ball over and does not give up something cheap, meaning a return or something long,
picked up fumble, hold on to the ball,
it is going to be hard to come back.
Milk the clock down. Don't be ridiculous.
Slot right. I
like this. It gave him a little bit more
There's
space.
A snap.
He's there.
Drops.
Touchdown.
He looks. He's got a man.
Oh, he missed it. The touchdown. That's not where the ball should have gone.
To the middle
of the field. Wow.
Yeah.
Just absolutely blew that. In the middle of the field was a touchdown. Nobody, the guy's waving at his coach right now going, hey, hey.
That's Quarles that was wide open, the big tight end.
Oh, my, I understand the call. I like the call. I do. And it was a touchdown, and it was the backbreaker. But you got to execute it. Just like the toss sweep pass. You got to execute it because now you stop the clock.
Yeah, if they made that catch, that's a nail in the coffin.
That's it, Coach. That's the end of it.
All right, here they go. They're going to line up for third and what looks to be about 7. Slot right eye. I'm expecting weak side toss.
That's what I would think right here.
Nope, strong side toss. They tricked me.
It's going to be 4th down. 4th and 3.
Somebody tell the receivers if you block, the play's much better.
Why would I block? I'm a receiver.
Yeah, if number 5 had put his hands on somebody, they got something right there.
All right, are they going to punt?
No, you can't.
All right. Coach, we've seen it happen 3 times in this game. They're going to come up and hard count this and try to steal an offsides right here.
Here's one for you. Somebody from Oak City's going to jump off.
I'm I would almost.
What did he say?
Did he say, how about a 10 count, ref?
A 10 count? I mean, is this a boxing match? What's going on down there?
Quarterback's got it. And he didn't get it.
He doesn't get it.
Oh, man. That was not – I don't understand that at all. I don't.
Yeah, I don't get that one. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
There's 8:14 left.
Those you don't know, that's here in beautiful downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Are you sure about that?
I am absolutely positive.
All right.
We are here for the Independent American Football League National Championship, an ongoing battle between the Oak City Lions and the Garden City Seahawks. The Lions currently have the ball. And there's a snap. They had a doubles look. They got men running wide open downfield. And it's going to be a quick throw and catch.
For 11 right there, Coach, and a first down.
You got to like that. Pass caught by White, number 4. Thrown by Adams. Adams has had a great game.
He has, Coach. Adams, McLaren, they've kind of put these guys on their shoulders.
Doubles look again for the Lions. Looks like it's going to be a 4-man rush from the Seahawks.
Dude, the nose guard is
instant penetration
murdering.
right there. And I don't know how that ball kept from being batted.
I don't know, but that was one of the most athletic plays of the night just because of I mean,
well, they put Scott down from his linebacker spot to the nose spot.
That's the guy that's been given the instant penetration. They can't block him.
They can't block him.
I mean,
they can't do anything.
That's the adjustment they made. I mean, he is in the backfield so fast, and now they've got the presence from the middle. And if they did a little bit better that time, didn't let him get around the corner.
Right, you got to pin him in.
So you got 2nd down and 10 at the 48.
Doubles look again. Still looks like it's going to be a 4-man rush. 2nd and about 9. They only rushed 3.
Down the middle. Oh, that is not nice.
Yeah.
There's the flag.
I was about to say, that's got to be targeting defensive receiver. Yeah, you can't. That ball intended for number 4, White, for Oak City, gets KO'd.
And that's being nice.
By what looks like number 13, who's pleading his case right now for the Garden City Seahawks.
Well, he can plead all he wants to, but in the current climate that we're
that
playing football
letter of the law, that is a defenseless receiver. I think Tweedledee didn't realize they were throwing the ball to him right there.
He was marking off the penalty without the ball.
Yeah, I don't need the ball.
And almost got throat punched with the football on the way by.
That would have been amazing. I tell you what, I always love it when referees get hit with the ball. It's always so funny. Not just referees, pretty much anybody getting hit with the ball. It's pretty funny.
I can't help my wife gets mad at me because if someone falls, I just laugh. Doesn't matter.
But, I don't want anybody to be hurt, but there's something comical about people falling.
Yeah, but she doesn't like it when I start laughing at 3-year-old kids that just bust.
Doubles. Looks like they're going to send a 4-man rush. And there it comes. Instant penetration by our man Scott. He's going to sack. He's going to sack Adams. What a huge play. That guy is an absolute stud. He is an absolute stud. Adams is also the guy that took the kickoff back for the touchdown. That was him. That guy's a player. Not Adams, I'm sorry.
I was about to say.
Coach, I'm having a brain malfunction. You got to catch me. Scott, thank you. I tell you what, when these guys show me the wrong name, it really makes me mad. So, Matthew, you got to get it together, son.
Yeah, Coach. 7 ran the kickoff back, the guy.
No, I'm talking about the fumble kickoff.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Scott took that one back to the house.
Yes.
Doubles again for Oak City. Still a 4-man rush. And here comes.
Trap.
And just around. He stays up. Easton is around the corner. He's got some help coming. And caught from behind, and it almost looked like that guy fell on him, not tackled him. It really looked like he rolled over and like they were back to back, and he fell on him. That's ridiculous. It reminds me of the Liberty Bowl when I was a kid, when I watched Herschel Walker run down the field, and he was getting tackled, and he rolled across another guy's back.
And scored.
It was pretty amazing. I'm not a Georgia fan. I am, however, a Herschel Walker fan.
That's just some bullcrap that would happen for Georgia.
And Mr. Easton wanted to let everybody know that he had indeed been to the weight room. Looks like we got somebody down.
That's a shoulder and a cramp.
Well, I tell you what we can do? You know what to cure cramps? Some suds from Phantom Horse Brewery. Okay, I'm just going to keep talking. I'm just kidding. We love our guys down at Phantom Horse. And he's up.
And he ain't having a good night right now, Coach.
No, he just threw his mouthpiece on the ground. That's not good. And again,
he just did
we're not making light of anything that may have occurred.
He just did the watermelon crawl to the sideline.
However, there's some things that are just funny to watch, and that was one of them. It looks like we're taking a break in action right here out on the field.
That's probably because it's 5,000 degrees.
It is really hot today, folks. If you haven't been outside, count yourself lucky. The turf is all but unbearable. Even now, it's stifling hot. I will say this morning, about 10 o'clock, it was absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. But they're taking a little water break, getting everybody some water, getting the referees some water. Everybody's got to stay hydrated. For you kids that might be listening out there, stay hydrated. It is absolutely key to peak performance.
So you got 1st and 10 at the 12. Let's see if we can not have a false start.
Okay, now will the Oak City Lions shoot themselves in the foot?
That has been the story of the night, Coach.
Yes, indeed it has. Doubles. Looks like they're going to get a 4-man rush out of the Seahawks. Here it comes. And they let him outside, and he fires to the end zone.
Incomplete.
I thought that one was going to be picked for just a second. Miles almost came down with that, but he was out of bounds. That ball deflected by number 20 for the Seahawks. He set it for Miles. I thought Miles might spike it there for just a second.
Well, they better hope Miles don't catch something running back this way.
I tell you what, if that kid catches it, I mean, you can just forget about it.
It's called good night.
Because he might as well just be like, meep, because he's gone.
Coach,
some roadrunner action down the sideline.
That he was the roadrunner?
Some roadrunner action down the sideline. Roadrunner's a bird, right? Seahawks bird, same.
Birds. Are velociraptors a bird?
Well, the bird is the word. I do know that. And there's a snap. Adams rolling.
Oh, that was
yeah, a little collision in the end zone. That was the ball intended for McLaren. There's a lot of people there. Number 13's there to break it up.
The coach is yelling at him for backpedaling while he's throwing. They don't. I guess he obviously doesn't see that guy that's
breathing down his neck,
running right by the center every snap. I mean, every snap, Coach. It's worse than an epidemic.
He's probably like, "Hey, here he comes." You know, he's probably
yelling, "Look out!"
He's probably just letting him know, like, "Hey, man, he's moving really fast. He looks mad. Run!"
That's the guy. He gets up. The center gets up, points at him. That's the guy I can't block. That's the guy I can't block. Get ready for it.
Here he comes again.
We're gonna double team this guy because that guy no.
All right, here we go. Looks like you're going to get a 5-man rush this time out of the Seahawks. Doubles look. There's a snap.
Oh,
Adams is rolling right. He's creating. Oh, and he's drugged down.
Gain of 1.
Huge play right there.
Jeez.
Huge play by number 15, Quarles.
This might be the record for most pressures in a game.
That's going to bring up 4th and about 10.
Did they not? Yeah, 4th and 10, 9.5 somewhere, and this is the game right here, people.
Yeah, there's no doubt right here. If they don't convert right here, I mean, this is the time that you have to go.
Now, let me ask you a question, Coach. Put trips over here into the boundary, run the guy in motion.
I put trips into the boundary, McLaren on the other side, throw him slant.
McLaren's going to run the corner route.
Let him run through somebody.
I'm telling you right now, McLaren's running the corner route. Either that or he's going to fake the corner and try to get to the post.
They're going to do smash over here, you think?
I'm thinking of the top screen, they're going to go smash.
So doubles look. We're predicting smash at the top. Adams runs.
No, he just ran a
stays
curl.
In the pocket. He rolls to his left. He's looking. Has a man. Can he get the first?
Touchdown.
No, he's in the end zone.
That's number 5.
That's number 5. Again, when you let a guy like that out of the pocket so that he can create, bad things happen.
Coach, do you realize that he's accounted for all 5 touchdowns?
He's, without a doubt, the best player on that team. He and McLaren. My vote's 2 best guys on that offense.
Wow. I sound like an idiot. I just said 5 touchdowns. They've obviously got more than 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Because it's the 6th touchdown.
No, that's still 5. Because 5 times 6 is 30. Because they had 2-point conversion. And they're lined up for another one right here. High snap. He gets pressure.
They can pick it
the
up.
Ball's on the ground. They can run it back. They're scrambling for the ball. And he's going to be down right there. That would have been a big 2 points. The Independent American Football League National Championship, a battle back and forth here. And there's the Oak City kick. And it's going to be fielded. It's mishandled. There he goes.
Reverse.
He flips it. Miles has got the ball, but he's surrounded. He's going nowhere.
That is a kickoff return of 1 yard.
Oh, man. Oh, and there goes some shenanigans. I'm going to call shenanigans on this. Straight up shenanigans.
Well, you called shenanigans. Who are the shenanigans upon, Coach?
I don't see any laundry. I think the White Hat's ready to go home.
He is. He said it's 38-32.
He's like, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Nobody's bleeding. Nobody's broken.
Everybody go to your sideline.
No harm.
No foul.
There you go.
All right. This is a huge drive right here for Garden City. Garden City right now is up by 6.
Well, Coach, we said last drive they should get – fits right into what they want to do. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody's used a timeout in this half, so we're going to make them run the ball right here.
Everybody still got all 3.
Eat up the clock, make them use their timeouts, and then they ran the ball.
And you got the 2-minute warning.
That is correct.
There's a snap.
And
ISO off the right side.
And there is 6 yards.
And that play that would have gotten 2 yards is now getting 6 yards.
Tell me about it, Coach. We see this all the time. We're under 4:45 to go in the fourth quarter, and right now, these guys are tired.
Oh, yeah.
And that Oak City team drove 8 hours, so they're tired. And they've battled it back in here to got it 38-32. They got to have one stop.
After being down 18-0.
Yeah, right from the jump. So, this has been an amazing attempted comeback. Trap.
Dive.
That's a first down.
Was that the trap? I didn't see the pull.
No, it was dive. You're right.
And that's going to be a first down.
It is.
For anybody at home that was watching that wasn't sure, big number 69 just said, hey, yes, it is indeed a first down.
So now we're going to be under 4 minutes, so it's going to be time for Oak City to start burning timeouts pretty soon.
Yeah.
With their offense running the way it is right now and with the heat, those DBs have been running and chasing and running and chasing and running and chasing. If they can get the ball back, they got a chance to pull this thing off.
Oh, no doubt. Pro left, I backfield. There's a snap. Give on the ISO around the right side. Looks like it's going to pick up about 5.
5.5 right there, Coach. We're going to give him 6.
I'm gonna go with 5 8/16. 5 9/16.
You're on your wrench again, Coach.
Yep. Hey, somebody turn your car alarm off. I can hear it. That's really loud.
It is what it is right now, Coach. They're gonna milk this thing. We're about to go.
Oh, absolutely.
This is amazing. They're about to go under 3 minutes right here. And
Pro right eye.
Not a timeout in sight.
There's a snap.
Fullback again.
Give on the dive.
And you're
straight dive.
3rd down and 2.
Okay. Huge play coming up right here. And there's a timeout by Oak City.
All right, so here's the thing. You've now got 3 timeouts because you've got 2 left.
You
and
got a 2-minute warning.
So right now, I'm not a big proponent of sending everybody.
Oh, right here you
But this is every gap.
You have to.
You're every gap, goal line defense, 0 coverage, no safety. Safety's coming off the weak side tip. You've got to bring it, and you've got to sell out. This is it. They're not next week. You're not going to go and make adjustments. You drove 8 hours to go make a play. Sell out, Coach. Go get it.
Yeah, this is the kitchen sink. You're throwing everything you got at them right here. And, okay, but what if they pop it to Quarles?
Yeah, but, Coach, it don't matter. It don't matter if they pop it to Quarles. If they pop it for 2 yards, the game's over. If they pop it to Quarles, the game's over. What's the difference?
This is true.
You can what if all you want to. You got right now we'd be sitting on the sideline. We wouldn't be debating if they're going to pop it to Quarles. We'd be debating how fast we could get in the backfield and try to separate ball from running back right here.
There's no doubt about that.
And there it is. No safety. Here comes everybody.
Backfield. They've got everybody on the ball.
And they jumped. They jumped off sides. The story of the night, Coach.
Let's see.
They called it the story of the night.
My goodness.
So the clock stopped, though. So you're still in 3 timeouts.
But now they got a new set of downs.
But here's the thing. It didn't change it.
Okay, where's he going with the ball? Okay, never mind. I thought he was walking further than he was. There's a tape delay on the TV that I have in here. And I was like,
what's going on around here?
Why is he going another 5 yards?
I still would be in the same defense. If they pop it, they pop it. Because there's a chance that you get there before they do.
Backfield, ISO.
And they popped it.
Able to kick it out. That's going to be close to a first down. And
let's see what they gave him.
That was Grubbs. That's going to lead to an Oak City timeout.
So what did they give him? It's 2nd and 1.
Oak City timeout right there. You know, this is a great position to be in if you're the Garden City Seahawks.
Man, this is
because right here, the ability to put away the game is in your hands.
And, Coach, when we asked him before the game, he said, Coach, we run the
ball.
And
yes,
you know
indeed.
what? We looked up there the first snap, and they had everybody they could get in the box. And they've made a little adjustments and spread it out and gone to 4 wide receivers some. But when they've had to run the ball, you know what they've been able to do?
Run the ball.
It's an impressive thing. When everybody knows you're running it and you can just double and ISO and get 5s. I mean, they're getting 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. They're not getting 2, 3, 2, and then eking out a first down. They're running over people. And then they're smart enough to change the snap count, and these guys will jump off sides. 12 men on the field. 12 men on the field.
First down. Good gravy. So, I mean, penalties and the 1 turnover. Well, man, Jams right there.
Jams.
Automatic first down Seahawks, he says.
Wow. Just wow.
Yep.
Well, here's what you got to do. You can get the ball back, but you're going to have to go 90 with about 45 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Scrambling's not going to be enough. He's going to have to be looking downfield.
Unless there's a fumble. Oh, wow. Nice move in the backfield. Golly. 7 on first.
I tell you what, that's a huge run. Fighting for everything he's worth right there. Grubbs is earning his money, buddy. He's earning this trophy. You know, he's kind of taking his team on his back here in the last few minutes.
2-minute warning.
And that's a 2-minute warning. Welcome back here to Finley Stadium at Davenport Field here at the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga.
Golly.
Backfield set up for the Garden City Seahawks, and Oak City has just coming apart right here. It's penalty after penalty after penalty. Indeed, sir.
Indeed. The 16th penalty of the night, Coach.
Yep. I hope they don't penalize the center for taking his helmet off.
Oh, that would be poetic justice, considering there's been 28 penalties in this game.
My man Jams needs to keep his helmet on. No passes. They're yelling from the sideline. The Seahawks are like, no passes, no passes. Like it's a group consensus for the play call.
I was like,
backfield. Give on the ISO. There's all kinds of room. He's got the edge.
First down.
That's going to be a first down. Grubbs is killing it right here at the end of the game.
I mean, that's 13 more, Coach. They can just basically take a knee on it right now.
Because at this point, barring a turnover.
Coach, there's only one timeout left. There's a 40-second clock.
Barring a turnover, this game is over.
This would be take a knee. I see coolers moving on the sideline, Coach. There might be an ice bath in the offing. If you want to give somebody an out, here it comes. Fixing to get the coach's ice bath on the sideline.
Here we go. He's fixing to get it, buddy.
They're fixing to get him. They got him. Last time out right there for the Lions.
Yeah. Coach Wilson got a little pep in his step right there.
Yeah, but I tell you what, if you've ever had that done to you, it
is cold.
It will light your world up.
It is cold.
God forbid if they do it with the injury ice.
Actually, it's still a really nice feeling.
Oh, it is, because it means you accomplished something. They don't just dump ice on you because they hate you.
I will say, if you dump Gatorade on somebody, that's just mean, because then you're all sticky.
Or unless it's Nick Saban and you clothesline him in the face with the cooler like they did that night. I couldn't help but say, man, I know he won a national championship. He's in concussion protocol because of that.
Well, I tell you what, it looks like Garden City's going to put this one away. So we'll start talking about our players of the game right here as they kneel this down to kind of seal up their championship. Is going to end what looks to be 38-32. Offensively, Coach Chapman, my vote would be for Armstrong.
I'm all there. Armstrong was, he started off the game, ripped him with a 48-yard touchdown pass, came back with the big 20-yard gain on the third down conversion. That was a tightrope down the sideline when he got out of a Houdini mess. Came out in the second half, and when the game got tight, we were 24-22. He comes with the little.
Okay, they just took a false start penalty.
Comes with a little, RPO.
Oh, yeah.
Hits another huge touchdown pass down the sideline. I mean, he's had touchdown passes of 48, 42, touchdown runs of 20 and 3. I mean, think about that. That's just anything he could do, he did. I mean, the other touchdowns were scored on a kickoff return for a touchdown and a fumble return for a touchdown. So all offensive touchdowns went through the quarterback. He had a great game.
I will say defensively, my vote would be Scott, who was a constant thorn in Oak City's side, rushing the passer.
Lived in their backfield.
And then had that huge play where he took back the fumbled kickoff for a touchdown, which, in my opinion, is still the deciding factor.
Yes, it is. You can't argue it. It's a 6-point game, and that 6 points was the win.
So those are your players of the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a lot of fun. We want to thank the University of Tennessee Chattanooga, the Independent American Football League for allowing us to be here, and, of course, our sponsor, Phantom Horse Brewery. It's been a fun night, Coach Chapman.
Enjoyed it. Happy Father's Day, Coach Collins, Bo.
Yeah, likewise, man, likewise.
All right, gentlemen, stay tuned with us. We will have the presentation of the trophies and also some interviews over the MVPs of the game. Thank you all so much for joining this telecast, and we'll see you soon.
This game is brought to you by Score Sports, the leader in sports videography. For all your videography needs, reach out to us at www.scoresports.com.
Score Sports. I'm here with Kendrick Armstrong, our offensive player of the game. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We just came out, we had a game plan and we stuck to it. The first series, we went out, we did what we had planned. It was we scored off a quarterback bootleg when I broke out for like 30 yards, and from that play on, we just stuck to it and just kept pounding the ball, and we came out with a win.
Well, it's really hard sometimes when you take an early lead. You guys went up 18-0. It's hard sometimes to keep your team motivated. What were you saying to them?
I was just trying to keep the guys alive because when the Lions, they started scoring, my team, I just felt like they lost momentum. And I just tried to figure out a way to keep the momentum up on our side because I felt like my team was giving up. And I was just telling them, hey, we came here with a chance. We got to show them why we here. I just kept, standing their ear and, and they listened to me. So that's how we came out with a win today.
I will say one of the things I noticed, I talked to Coach Wilson before the game, and one of the things he said, I got something in my eye, my Lord. One of the things he said was that you guys were definitely a run-first offense, but I saw a lot of really creative stuff, a lot of really taking chances. Is that something you guys have been working on?
We haven't been working on it. I just noticed on the first drive they was packing the box. They had 8 in the box, so I was like, hey, we'll run first team, but the runner wasn't, the runner wasn't cutting it. So I was like, hey, we got to hit them with a couple play actions. Hey, I got to get a shotgun, scramble around because they blitzing every time. So, we went in shotgun, had, a couple receivers do a couple 9 routes, that's a fly. Had a couple receivers do corners, slants, and I just, made plays happen with my feet and threw the ball to, my receivers and they scored.
Yeah, speaking of plays with your feet, tell me about that second touchdown where it looked like you ran over like 3 or 4 people right there.
All I saw was 3 blue jerseys coming towards me. I just lowered my shoulder, closed my eyes, and was praying to God that I made it through. And they hit me. I saw green once I got up, and I just kept running.
Well, I tell you what, man, it was fun to watch, and it was truly impressive. And I'm really happy for you guys, and congratulations. Adam Collins here with Score Sports, and I'm here with Ralph Scott, number 1 for the Garden City Seahawks. He's our defensive player of the game. I watched you rush the quarterback all night. I know you were listed as a linebacker. What made the coaches make the transition for you down to D-line?
They got confidence in me that I can go and, I guess, contain the quarterback. They got a great team, got a great quarterback, got a great scheme. We watched film on them. We were trying to see how we can utilize my athletic ability, and we just said that I got to get at nose guard. They put in about 4 different centers to try to block me, but we said if I can contain him and make him keep running to the outside, we got a good chance.
No doubt about that. I tell you, the play that really sticks out in my mind from you for the game was the fumbled kickoff return. Okay, take us through that. You're on kickoff team. Take us through that play.
Yes, sir. I came on kickoff team. I was supposed to be having containment. After I had containment, I seen the ball come loose. I come from the other side. I said, I got to make a play. It got straight in my hand. I ain't thinking I thought I was going to get caught because I see my own shadow, but maybe run a little faster.
Well, hey, we're super excited about you being Defensive Player of the Game, and congratulations on your all's national championship. We're super stoked for you guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having the Seahawks.
Best lineman in the league.